Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series Storm Division Playoffs. I'm the Crushinator, and tonight I am joined by Jinxie Cat. How you doing tonight, Jinxie?
I am so excited to be here. Thanks so much for having me on.
It's a pleasure, and pleasure's mine entirely. I'm glad to have you here. It's nice to have a nice duo cast here for the playoffs. And we've got quite the match here. Number 1 seed, GG Till I Die, is taking on number 4 seed, Anti-Clown Association in this winner's bracket matchup. So no one's out if they lose today. Winner is going to go on to face Team Backdoor in the winner's bracket next round. And the loser will be facing Wildheart Omega next week in our first loser's bracket match. That's, yeah. So this is going to be a good one. We're going to have to see if there's an upset in the works, if these teams have got each other's number here.
Yeah, definitely. I'm super excited because I really think that, despite the fact that Anti-Clown Association is kind of punching up, that they can definitely take it.
It should, yeah. I think it's going to be really close here. As I realize I got the maps wrong, let's update that. Boom, now we have all the map bans. We'll take a look at those real quick. GG Till I Die, Battlefield of Eternity, and Dragonshire were banned out. Anti-Clown Association taking away Sky Temple and Garden of Terror. They've chosen to take us to Tomb of the Spider Queen for map number 1, and that draft's already ready for us. So let's jump in there. GG Till I Die has first pick, first ban here.
All right. So I'm curious if we're going to see the Junkrat make it through today, or if it's going to be banned out yet again. We don't get to see too much of him. He's like the Medivh of this season.
Pretty much. Junkrat's been almost universally banned, even through this patch. Honestly, not that much has changed about ban priorities when it comes to the Storm Div games that I've seen, at least. A lot of Junkrat bans. Blaze and Dahaka sometimes make it up there. Stitches, often a high ban. Stukov and Brightwing, very high priority as well. As we see Lucio actually taken out here by GG Till I Die. And there goes that Junkrat. Oh,
I actually see the Rexar. That's him.
I think that's a Caesar salad special, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think you might be right. We're seeing Rexar a lot more. It used to be kind of, Unga Bunga, Rexar, Dragonshire, and Brax's holdout, but people are really using that stun more and more on different maps.
Yeah, I mean, just having that extra layer of CC even can overcome something. Lucio's been banned away, but there's only so many cleanses you can put out. We've been seeing comps like, Rexar and Nubarak Blaze. It's just like, how many stuns can you throw onto one person?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Really how the meta is shifted. It's almost like after we got rid of the medallion, which I know it seems like a lifetime ago, everybody was just, they have to get the CC in while they can, unless Blizzard does something crazy once again.
You heard it here first. Jinxie wants the medallion back. Let's bring it back.
I never said that.
Oh, gonna open it up with a Brightwing here for Legacy, going for that big cleanse. That cooldown actually just got buffed a little bit, as we have the Stukov Blaze picked up by Anti-Clown Association.
These are the two top supports right now. Actually, interestingly enough, we looked it up the other day just because, my team is kind of nerds, like to look up hero stats. Brightwing is the highest banned hero in the whole game with a 55% ban rate. The next being Nazeebo at 37. So when she makes it through, it's always super exciting. And then, of course, it is closely followed by Stukov. They're the two best right now.
Hard to deny the power there, and then also there's a little bit of a drop-off after those two in this, in terms of power in the healer position. It's kind of like your Stukov Brightwing, and there's not really a smooth transition into the rest of the roster. Just kind of up at the peak there. Diablo's one that we don't often get to see, but I feel like often it's Vince playing the Diablo.
Yeah, it's always a Vince special. They always do a really great job on it. And I always find these games kind of funny just due to the fact that we'll see Vince play Diablo game number 1. They'll win game number 1. And immediately, next game, very first ban, it's just Diablo, get him out of there. They don't want to play against it. So we'll see if that's going to be...
Oh, yeah, okay. Got to get rid of it. Oh, that's right.
And then we'll usually see, a May come out after that. And they do a pretty good job on the May.
So Lunara ban actually transcends its way into this series. It felt like a target ban on Monday, but now I'm seeing Lunara bans in this match, and I'm wondering, is Lunara's secret OP right now? What's going on?
See, I was going to ask you the same thing. I haven't really had the opportunity to play the last couple of days. And everybody's
it was banned
talking about,
like every game on Monday, and I was just like, okay, they're taking it away from Mason Blaze. It's it's a special, but then it's like, Nara again. What's going on here? I figure Brightwing Diablo would be pretty good into it, but GG Till I Die just doesn't want to see it. That means they're gonna have to deal with a Nubarak Sylvanas.
The tough one. And the Leo coming out here after those recent buffs. He's been a really powerful off lane. And you can't deny the value of a good Entomb. It's just so powerful.
Classic combo there. I wonder if we're going to see the Dragon Strike memery with the Entomb, or if we're just going to go with the extra stun here. Both pretty good, both very effective. See what, Entomb is fine without it, I'll put it that way. I still expect to see the Dragon Arrow, but, you never know.
Right?
You never know.
Get some aesthetic dragons in here. Ooh, I love me some Maiev.
Maiev also went way up the priority list on Monday after that buff, getting 2 charges of Vault of the Wardens at level 20. We were already seeing a lot of Maiev with these teams, and all of a sudden, that much more powerful.
I'm really excited because my friends always tease that I'm a Maiev one trick. So the second they were like, Maiev buffs, I was like, yo! And now we get to see her more here. I like to see her with the Nubarak. You can do a lot. Kind of build your own Buried Alive with the Stukov Silence, with the Warden's Cage. However, I wouldn't be surprised if we see the new containment disc, because that now has a 1.5 second silence at the end, which is incredibly strong.
To see what it's going to be here. Looking at the 2 comps, both look super solid. Hard to just give one or the other here. I feel like there's going to be some big clashes. Not going to be one of those sort of shifty macro games. I think these 2 teams are coming at each other here.
I am really excited to get into it. I think they're really close in skill level, so it's going to be a really fun series regardless of who takes it tonight.
Let's jump right in. Game number 1 on Tomb of the Spider Queen. On the left in the blue, we have GG Till I Die. Vince is on Diablo, Fancy Pants playing the Hanzo, Jay is on Leoric, Maka on the Tychus, and Legacy is playing Brightwing.
And over here, rocking those red health bars, we got Kelsier on that Sylvanas, Valimar on the Stukov, Dudabites is your Blaze, Got Filth on the Maiev, and Caesar Salad will be your Nubarak.
5, 4, 3.
Checking our level 1 talents. Hanzo with the Scatter Arrow W quest. Going to be looking for stacks there. Not seeing any other quest talents here. We got a Nubarak going with the Beetles. Tychus went for that long grenade. Something looking pretty standard from the looks of things, except that Stukov level 1. This new build that has come with the buffs, going low blow and it hungers. It's showing a little bit of power in the early going.
Absolutely. It's really strong into Diablo. You can shut down a lot of his engage if you see him lurking from the side. Just dropping that lurking arm in the middle of the lane shuts down his shadow charge. So it makes sense.
Could be in trouble here.
Oh no, the pull back in a Nubarak though, the first to go down.
Kind of sneaky. Tychus on the edge was just chewing on a Nubarak, and another grenade before Sylvanas can reactivate the Haunting Wave. That's a quick 2 kills here for GG Till I Die.
Then just go ahead and grab all this. So they got those early kills, which is awesome for the side of the blue team. And now we should expect it to be quiet for a couple of moments. We always call it that early game lull. Hold that thought, though. We're going to find the stun onto Got Filth. The whole team is here, but that Maiev is so slippery. Got Filth just going to be able to back away.
Yeah, the range on that E. They moved up. We saw the grenade knockback, but just able to get too close to the gate to get too much done. But we do see GG Till I Die. They're going to rotate down to the bottom lane, work on that siege camp. Maka and Legacy holding the top and mid lanes here. Looks like not going to be a rotation coming on out from Anti-Clown Association, so we're going to see some bottom lane pressure here.
It's really interesting to see how the map has changed just over the seasons, over the different metas and whatnot. Bottom lane used to be kind of the lane that you ignored, and now I feel like it's one of those stronger ones we're going to see. Actually, just everybody looking to push here the middle lane. They've left Hanzo down in the bottom, and I'm curious to see how Anti-Clown Association is going to respond to this. Looks like they're just leaving Blaze. They have that middle bruiser camp there, so maybe some of their own pushing in that middle lane.
I think it's a byproduct of teams at this level being able to be really flexible with how they obtain advantages. So like we've got the Leoric versus Blaze setup. Leoric, decent at clearing mercenaries, especially if it is the Neil Peasants on 4. This time it's going to be the Ghastly Reach. But Blaze, not exactly well known for clearing away camps. So if you can get a camp or two thrown in Blaze's direction, that's something that Blue can take advantage of. But here we actually see Anti-Clown Association doing just this thing in the mid lane, picking up the Bruiser camp first and taking the entire wall.
They end up looking for that Maya tether there, not going to find it, so just backing away. And that's always the power of Sylvanas, right? You can really see just how skilled a team is and how they implement using that black arrows, going and just pushing for free, because you don't need that minion wave. You don't need those mercenaries there. Obviously, they definitely help, as we saw that front wall go down, which is going to make it harder for GG Till I Die to get back in safely. But not in the woods yet, I guess, out of the woods, however you want to look at it. They're still fine. They're still fine. They got plenty of time.
Good job by Valimar keeping everyone healthy with that healing pustule there. Does it look like Godfilth was going in deep looking for Legacy, couldn't quite find a pull out of position. But mid camp is cleared and a strong defense for Anti-Clown Association. They've still got their mid wall looking good. Godfilth getting out of trouble there in the top lane. But they're going after Maka here, looking for an Impale. Brightwing coming in with the phase shift is going to get that heal off. And level 7 is in for GG Till I Die. We'll see if they can make something happen here. Vince going for it.
Looking for Caesar style. These auto attacks are going to do quite a bit of damage. Jay is up here as well, constantly looking at Leoric around. Is really paying dividends for GG Till I Die. Blaze just soaking away for the time being, and potential turn in? Maybe? The members of Anti-Clown Association are engaging. Uh-oh.
Looks like we've got a quick disconnect, so we'll have a small pause. Luckily, Maka was out of the action there, so no free kills coming at this time. But we'll get Maka back in here and we'll be able to start back up. Vince did drop off those gems, but still another turn-in is needed for GG Till I Die.
They're getting really close. Either team could take it right now. Just looking here, so... Disconnect. Oh no, he's disconnected from Discord too, so he might be here a sec.
Yeah, probably an internet blink. Give them a bit. Yeah, I mean, in the early going here, GG Till I Die, they got the first 2 kills. Since then, making sure they're on track with the XP. It looks like we're going to have our first turn in here. I won't say it's not as aggressive as I expected, but I did expect possibly a few more kills at this point. Both these teams are they've got comps that really want to move forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Taking a look at this Diablo build here, what I'm really surprised about is level 1 we have the Feast on Fear, and that's pretty much the standard for the most time. But we have Soul to the Flame and Eternal Flames. For those who don't know, those are the W talents. So going a little bit of a mix here, and you might correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't been able to watch any of the high level games yet, but that's kind of an unusual mix to me.
Sometimes we see that Soul Shield come on out with the W build. If we look, Maiev, decent auto attack. Stukov, decent auto attack. You would be able to blunt some of the Blaze damage, the Umbral Bind damage a little bit there, but I think it's more that on the Tomb of the Spider Queen, getting those stuns is really easy. If we were on Volskaya Foundry, where it's almost impossible to pin anybody, maybe we see a different talent there.
Yeah, definitely.
Going with the stomp on 4 and 7, definitely more of a defensive setup here for Vince, not thinking that they're going to get a lot of auto attacks in, which is probably true versus something like a Blaze Maiev and Nubarak. There's going to be a lot of standing still for poor Vince this game.
At least have that extra little bit of healing, like you were saying. This is coming through. Because, again, with the Stukov silence, you run in, you drop all of your stuff, and then you're silent. So may as well sit in there, try to auto-attack and live. Because I don't believe the silence neutralizes the healing.
No, you still get your talents off of that.
Right.
So that that's another consideration as well. I guess you could go both ways with that one. We'll have to see whether Vince ends up being the primary kill target for Anti-Clown Association, whether they're just going to jump on that front line, or whether we're going to see those flanks with Maiev and try to get multiple grouped up.
We're definitely going for less of a groupy build. One of the builds that we see often is just going full in on the Fan of Knives, and then maybe Nice's Momentum to help clear. However, with the Sylvanas, you don't really need camp clear, right? Especially on some of the Spider Queens. We've gone for the Pursuit of Vengeance, and then the Sudden Vengeance, which is the 6% damage on the Blink. So I could definitely see the members of Anti-Clown Association looking to just kind of tear down this front line.
It's like Maka having tech issues, asking for a few minutes here. Unfortunate.
It's always the worst. Always how it happens. Whenever the game is important, it can't be that throwaway game that you and your friends are playing just for fun.
Yeah, gotta be playoffs. Oh, well, we'll have to wait it out a little bit here. We do see the Stukov looks like going full E-build here. It's the Growing Infestation on level 7. That's where the Lurking Arm expands and covers that whole area, but you can't channel it for longer than 4 seconds anymore.
Right.
But with the It Hungers on 13, you start getting this CDR, these resets coming on out, so you're not really holding that channel for a long time anyway. So you just get pool after pool coming on out, and it's really effective in just creating a lot of problems in these team fights.
Absolutely. It becomes very frustrating to play against, I feel. Just speaking from experience, I believe, I can't remember. I know that they lumped a bunch of them together, and I feel so foolish for not double checking that. But it's not. They didn't combine the one where you can move, right? That's still a different level 13 talent where it'll linger for 1.25 seconds.
I think that's what they built into the 7. Because yeah, it used to be different. It used to grow and you could just hold it there. Like there's been a few there's been a few incarnations of Stukov over time.
I know.
I'm trying to remember 13 now it's the It Hungers, that's the newest buff one. Usually you went with the combo. Basically every time.
Yeah,
beforehand.
yeah. You always went for
that was like,
it
was the old joke. Stukov's ult is on 13.
Yeah, yeah.
But now it's just this much easier to execute build is powerful enough that it's worth taking.
Mm-hmm. I have to look because I know I can't remember if they built it in or if it's still just its own talent that nobody ever takes. Because there's one where you can drop the arm and then walk away and the silence will remain for a second. They got rid of it if they built it in. But regardless, all about that reset there.
Yeah, so that's low blow on 1 now. Lurking Arm persists for 1 second after it's canceled.
Okay.
That's where they threw that. That's where they threw that one. I couldn't remember. I'm like, it's not on 7. I thought it was on 7. No, it's on low blow now. That's where you see Stukov walking away and the thing is still sitting there for a second.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. They're just constantly changing him. It's so hard to... Him and then Raynor, I feel, have had probably some of the most just constant changes going over things to the point where, friends are like, hey, should I pick this? I'm like, I don't know. You know the hero better than I do. That sounds good. I trust you.
Raynor was always a weird one, like especially with the newest one. I just never bothered to learn what the talents did. It's like, yeah, I pick stuff and I just shoot things. I don't know what the talents do. I just right-click on heroes.
Basically, my friends
allegedly,
are like,
my talents have, reasons to be picked. I don't really know.
I'm like, well, I saw a guy in Storm Division pick it, and their team is winning, so this is the build that I go.
Yeah, sure. Giddy up? Yeah, why not? Seems fine.
Oh
boy.
man!
But yeah, I haven't seen Raynor actually picked in quite a while. Not a lot of Raynor specialists lately in the games that I've been casting. I did hear there was a buzz on Twitter a while ago. A few weeks ago, Funds put up a build that everyone was like, "Why are you playing Raynor?" He's like, "Raynor's the best," and he was just kind of trolling a little bit. But then I started looking into the build. I'm like, oh, there's actually like a through line with these talents. Like you can actually build something that makes sense on Raynor with like a particular play style. It was, you know, it's like, yeah, you can do this, and you get CDR on this, which then gives CDR back to this other thing. It's like, okay, you know, you got a plan here. That's good. But just hasn't really gone through with getting into these drafts as a main damage.
You know, sometimes you just gotta play Raynor as a mage, and they'll pull it out in CCL, and then 2 Storm Division seasons later, we'll see that picked up, and we'll be like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
All I gotta say, Fonz, is where'd that Kira go? Where'd that Kira go?
Leave it, please. Don't bring it back.
We were all high on Kira. It was gonna be great. No Kira. Let's get into the game. They're ready to go.
Right, absolutely.
All right, we are back. We are restarted. Everything's going to be fantastic, and no more problems will come through. Level 7's in for both teams here. Both teams have enough for a turn-in, though GG Till I Die definitely a little more threatening with only 12 gems left to put in. Legacy going to have to try to find a spot here.
Two divides up, looking for that stun. They find big 2-man stun. Maiev gets the pull.
Oh, no.
Goodbye, Maka.
I cursed it!
Well, shoot. F's some champ. Pause
dear.
champ.
Pause champ has been called. That was a nice pin in the corner there. You saw the Stukov expanding arm. Didn't quite go all the way into the corner, went for the cutoff instead, but this is looking like, definitely looking like the end of Fancy Pants here. We'll have to see.
I was going to say, there's really no way they get out of this, right? 2 seconds to channel if they did have the phase shift, which doesn't
might end up with both of them dying. We'll have to see. There's a lot of people in that corner. But hopefully we don't have a problem. I don't think GG Till I Die has a sub on the roster either.
Oh.
No, they don't. Unfortunate.
Oh, Chad. It's Maka. I'm coming mid. Bait them. Tychus is now our thing. Oh, dear.
Don't worry. I've got a plan, Arth.
Bait them, but not the enemy team.
Oh, well, hopefully it's not a full freeze again, and we get Maka back.
Yeah.
That it was just a computer freeze had hope, but maybe, you know, hopefully it's not a hardware issue. Those are the worst.
Right. I also don't know where they are, but it's definitely that time in the U.S. My power keeps going out just because it's so stormy over here.
Right, yeah.
Right. So maybe one of those.
Well, hopefully it... You hope for stability, right? There's been...
Right. Any second now, I believe.
There was one game on Monday that, you know, you could say the game was probably decided at that point, but an untimely DC definitely helped it along the way, and that was unfortunate. But
yeah.
Hopefully we don't see too much of that today, and Waka can make it back here.
Fingers crossed. See, where are they looking to go here? So, obviously we want to get the turn-ins, and that's the big one right now. So, Vince doesn't have any gems, it looks like. I'm going to check here. Yeah, no. Fancy Pants, Vince. Neither one of them have gems. They got theirs turned in already. So even if they do go down here, it's not the end of the world. The first turn-in probably will go over to the side of Anti-Clown Association, but that's not necessarily the worst thing in the world, right? We always kind of say that first turn-in doesn't always have the value that you expect.
Yeah, usually it runs into forts and doesn't end up doing an awful lot. Now, with this mid-wall already down, it could result in the loss of a fort here. But we'll have to see how that goes, because, yeah, usually, I mean, the way it tends to go in, like, Storm League and stuff like that is, like, they'll get to 50 and there will immediately be a turn-in. Like, there's no dancing around, we'll see if we can do it. It's like, no, you just get to turn in right at 50. So you've got, like, the weakest web weavers possible, and no camps have been taken, and nobody's touched a wall, and it's like, why did we even do that? And now the other team gets to turn in with better web weavers.
They're the better web weavers. They have the level 10, and then, you know, your Nazebo starts flaming. It's just all around a mess.
Teams are memeing in chat.
That's always nice. It's always nice when friends play each other.
It is nice that, you know, there's been enough Storm Division now. There's been enough like in-houses and general events around the community. Like all these players know each other. They've been on each other's teams. They've been on others' teams. It's, you know, all sorts of fun stuff like that. So there's not a lot of, you know, there's no hostility. These are all These are all people who are, for all intents and purposes, just professionals doing their thing here.
Not like some of the other leagues where you maybe don't know the teams as well, and one guy will start to back, and you'll catch him in a bush, and they'll see the 1B and be like, excuse me, could you stop being so rude?
Oh dear.
Oh, we're all leaving the game. Is this the ultimate meme, or?
They're trying to bait someone into actually leaving.
This always makes me nervous because sometimes heroes will have like a mini freak out, and then
they're all just typing "has left the game" in chat, but you still see the colon, so it's not a system message; it's just them typing it.
Oh, I'm a fool. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh no! I got baited.
Oh dear. No word on Maka yet. We're just seeing if it's, you know, if it's actually a power issue. Then obviously we're not going to hear from Maka. But we'll just keep on waiting for news. If it's, yeah. You can finish a game with a bot. That is in the rules. You can't start a game with a bot because obviously you can't actually do a draft. So that becomes a problem.
Can you not anymore? That used to be a thing me and my friends would do when there were only 8 of us. We'd hop in and then we'd put a beginner bot in and give it the banning perms just to see what it would do.
Does it actually work? I didn't think it worked in tournament draft.
It did back in the day. I don't know if it does now. That was years ago. Where
I guess I haven't tested it personally, but I was just operating on the assumption that it didn't work.
Right. Why would you? It's a foolish thing to do.
Who would take the time to program this? I don't know.
It would be banning like the original Gazlo before the rework. And
it doesn't know what patch it is. It's on like 3-year-old data.
All right. Well, he's coming back, so that's good. We'll at least hopefully have him for 15 more seconds.
Maka confirmed in Discord. There's also some weirdness where, like, if you've been out of the game too long, it just won't let you reconnect anymore. I've seen that happen in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But wow.
Yeah.
All we can hope is for the best.
Hopefully it's fine now. You know, the old second restart.
Mm-hmm. First one shakes off the dust. The second one gets it going again. All good.
Go on the laptop and make it fair. These guys are fun.
Yep, they're trying to trade out. We'll send you some of our pause time, can filth DC, all sorts of, you know. You got to keep it even, best as possible.
Oh, man. In chat, Dynasty asking the real questions about when the leak will show how many sit-ups Crush has done.
Oh, man. Channel point leaks, I can't handle that.
Oh, man.
It's too much.
That one would make me nervous because on my stream I have Take a Drink and
it's just
friends
like,
who troll me. And
you start getting weird emails. It's like, you know, here's some resources for if you need them.
Right.
It's like, it was just a joke. Oh, man.
After real spicy games when I'm finishing whole bottles of wine, like, Jinxie, are you okay? Do you need to talk to anyone?
Oh, all right. Maka's still trying to load on up here.
Any second now.
We'll see if we can do it.
This is the real reason everyone's here, though.
I don't even think I know what my channel point totals are. I'm not sure Twitch actually even provides that information.
That would be interesting. It would be fun.
It should be. I mean, just how many redemptions of a certain thing. Maybe they don't track it because they're so easily changeable. I don't know.
Right.
It'd be fun. It'd be fun data.
I don't know. I think the minimum is 10 channel points, I believe. Like, you can't just spam one channel point thing, but maybe you can. I'm not 100 on that.
Yeah. I mean, if someone wants to just allow people to take over their own chat room, I guess all power to them.
Yeah, because you get 300 just for following, so...
Mhm.
Alright, any second now.
We're so close. You can do it. Maka can get back to stop the hearth.
He's reconnecting. Alright.
Reconnection has been claimed.
Will Fancy Pants live? Probably not. I think his natural agility is still on cooldown.
Legacy's channel is close to finishing, but I have a feeling they're both going to die. Let's see. We've got one R coming on out. Let's wait for the second R and switch back. Let's do it. Oh. Darn. I went too fast. Too swift.
Uh-oh.
They're counting up now. That's okay. They all know where they are on
Okay.
the map. All right, we're in. Let's see. Does Fancy Pants stay alive? Legacy has the teleport, but Fancy Pants does go down. Vince actually could be in trouble here, getting a little bit of healing off the Feast on Fear. Legacy moving away. Will actually get out. Vince is now body blocked by the entire enemy team.
Oh man, the whole
Going
US
down. Oh
Army
no,
shows
Legacy
up.
double back.
Legacy!
Oh no,
Right
Bright Wing is down. Kelsier turned off the fort, is trying to get away. Maka can't quite connect the overkill there. And now Tychus in trouble. His body blocked by the entirety of Anti-Clown Association. But manages to wiggle away.
Well, this is a whole disaster from start
That
to
was
finish.
a lot more
Vince
bodies
is
than I
back.
expected. Oh, goodness. Anti-Clown Association manages to lose nobody there on the retreat. Picking up 3 kills of their own. Maybe lose one now, though. Kelsier doesn't have the Haunting Wave in time and will go down.
Couple of gems lost there. Both teams losing about 10 in that team fight. Everybody is back up. The death timers are so quick here. So we're still going to see the turn-in come in as Jay does finish for GG Till I Die. And it looks like so far they have their sights set on this bottom lane. Hanzo getting started on these Giants. The rest of the team coming to help so he doesn't get bopped. And now time for the big push.
Yeah, Fancy Pants was able to tag that camp, so we're going to have a double push down here in the bottom lane. Looks like Leoric is going to come on down to at least stay in the area to try to help. Ooh, Caesar Salad going straight in there. Fancy Pants nopes on backwards. Looks like the focus is going to be down here. The rotation is out. Odin going to be popped there by Tychus. It is the Dragon Strike with the Entomb. Big damage there. But Valamar's got the heals. We've got the bunker coming out from Blaze as well. Great swipes coming out from Stukov. Really nice denial, but I don't think it's going to save this fort.
Commandeer Odin has been dropped. It's just going to continue to push in here. The Web Weaver getting pretty low, but this should be the end of the bottom fort. Middle lane has already been cleared out. Yep, there it is. First fort of the game going over to the side of GG Till I Die. They're looking to continue here, actually. Vince taking a little bit of damage. They look for Kelsier, don't find him. That is going to be the mind control onto Vince. Salad able to get away as Tychus is stuck in that cocoon.
Maka in the back is going to try to... I thought Maka was on the other team. I was just like, oh, they're totally dead. I was like, oh no, Maka manages to mount? What's happening here?
I do that all the time, so don't feel bad.
We need colored cocoons. We need the red and blue tints. Please. But anyway, the Anti-Clown Association managing to get away with all of their gems there was pretty important. I was a little bit fearful for Caesar Salad and Dude Abides there, as GG Till I Die was surging past the fort, but all the gems have been preserved.
Gotta give it to Blaze there. The second Dude Abides sees that Entomb and the Dragon come down, just snap the Entomb, or the bunker. Everybody gets in. Stukov managed to get out there. So props to them, just constantly, oh, here it is again. Not gonna quite connect. Once again, though, Blaze gets into that. Are gonna see the containment disc coming out. There's gonna be Lightning Breath. Silence, Mind Control. Right Wing in a lot of trouble. That's gonna be the end of Legacy.
No chance at all for Brightwing. Silenced forever there. Jay caught in the mix. Leoric is going to be next to go down. Cocoon coming out onto the Diablo. There's the follow-up from Caesar Salad. Big silence zone. Wow. What a delay there from Godfilth, leaving Diablo in the silence as long as possible before connecting the bind. That's a triple kill here for Anti-Clown Association. They're going to push forward and take their first structure of the game.
going to see a lot of value here, hopefully, for the side of Anti-Clown Association. They have their turn in just about ready. Kelsier actually not going to finish. It looks like a Nubarak was the last one. We don't have any mana on Sylvanas, so something the team will have to be wary of, but it looks like Kelsier is going to tap right about now. And with that one fort down, we've got plenty of turn-in available for the next one. Sylvanas here. Anti-Clown Association are sitting in a really good spot.
Web Weavers are on the way here. Caesar Salad continuing to move forward. Would love to catch a not Leoric, but no not Leorics will show. So they're going to move up to the top lane here, see if they can get themselves another structure.
Now this is the more traditional push that we see. Of course, this is the boss lane, so any damage you can get here allows you to have a stronger boss later on, potentially. Of course, with the Sylvanas, are just going to see this fort absolutely melt. And now Anti-Clown Association look to potentially find Jay here. He's one of the harder heroes to gank.
Oh,
maybe
going
let's
straight
spot him.
down.
Uh-oh.
Legacy.
Oh, Legacy. He doesn't know.
Does the phase shift? Oh, the silence! The long-distance silence from Stukov is in time. It is over for now. But all three forts are going to be down here. Anti-Clown Association will have the map control.
This is probably one of the best turn-ins that I've seen in quite some time. They're going to head down to this bottom camp, which has respawned. The rest of the team getting ready for that double turn-in. Anti-Clown Association, they've pretty much got it made in the shade right here. Kelsier will have to back up to get some mana. Of course, they should be back just in time to push. Now, the biggest concern is, can they really start to push in on these keeps? With Death Timer still being so low, 13 not necessarily the power spike that any of these red heroes are looking for just yet. So we'll have to see what they can do with the resources they have in hand.
Maya pushing out that top lane. We see Sylvanas has rejoined the pack here. Jay clearing up a little bit of that lane, but here comes Anti-Clown Association. They're going to push through the mid to start things off. See, Tychus has moved up to the top lane to try to deal with that push. So this is going to be mid-wall, definitely going down here. Black arrows come on out to turn off that cannon fire. Let's see how much more that they can get.
They haven't committed to the keep just yet. They're happy to get the walls here. We might just see the 3 walls being picked up, which isn't a horrible pickup there. Once again, the combo coming out. That's a lot of damage. Polymorph coming out onto Caesar Salad. Lightning Breath. That is going to be the bunker to save the day. Oh no, Jay gets some. Just a little bit of health. Managed to get that Skeletal Swing off. Finishes off Maya. Still 2 Web Weavers pushing. So GG Till I Die cannot continue to chase this.
Bottom wall and well are down. Bottom keep is actually taking a ton of damage as this minion wave had cleared out the opposing wave and did a ton of damage to that building, taking it down nearly to half. With that siege camp in the background as well. Great passive minion push there. Mid wall is down. Top wall heavily damaged. And we've got they could go for a triple turn in here. Caesar Salad's sitting on 46, but won't be able to step up alone just yet, as Vince is in the area. I was wondering if he was going to go for a cocoon turn in there.
I would have loved to see that. They have level 16, so they can look to take a fight. And it's going to be really hard for GG Till I Die right now, just due to the fact that they don't have any of these forts. And that's probably one of the worst things to happen on Tomb, especially this middle fort here, because there are so many angles to engage. Hold that thought. Mind Control Silence coming out. Vince just being locked down. They're going to see the Dragon Strike come out. See the Silence taking so much damage. Those gems need to be picked up. They just got them turned in just beforehand. So we're going to see that ward, that containment disc come out onto Brightwing.
They did get 46 off, so a Nubarak was safe to die, such as it is. But GG Till I Die, they're going to have their own turn in here to try to counter some of this lane pressure. That's going to give them a much better chance to get back into this game. I think if the next turn in managed to go off, that was going to be at least 1 keep down. And once you're a keep down on Tomb of the Spider Queen, you're in pretty rough shape.
It gets harder, definitely, now that we're able to push in, especially without this Nubarak here. I'd really like to see the members of GG Till I Die just push as absolutely hard as they can. And Nubarak is back, so they will have the chance to defend this middle keep. They've got the extra protection from this spell armor, and we'll see how our friends in the red can try and hold off this assault.
I am still down in the bottom lane, getting the sort of off lane objective dealt with, so this wall is going to go down pretty quickly. The spell armor finally being taken out there to allow a little bit of extra siege damage onto the objective itself. Vince finding the flip there onto Caesar Salad. Nice polymorph comes out. Oh, good escape by Caesar Salad. Leoric is going to be the next to go down here as the Dragon Strike is shredding Valimar. There goes Stukov. Lightning Breath coming out from Diablo, looking for the last hit here on the Caesar Salad. Got Filth. Is going to try to turn it around with an Umbral Bind. There's the resets on those Fan of Knives. Containment Disc not going to land onto Legacy. So it looks like it's just going to be the 1-for-1 here, but one of those is Leoric.
Well, they're going to be back a lot faster up in the top lane. Just a smidgen left. Actually,
Titan Grenade Snipe. That was nasty.
Oh, man. You love to see it, unless you're on the red team right now.
GG till I die. They used the Leoric Ghost to scout Anubarak in range of the quarterback Titan Grenade. I'd love to see the overkill on that one, because Anubarak, like, Anub wasn't at like 50 health or anything. But that, what is that, 5%? Oof. 5% on that grenade from long distance. That's got to feel good if you're Maka right now.
Absolutely. Boss going to be picked up here by the side of the blue team. Lost my vision there for a second. Have Web Weavers turning in as well on that red side, though. So we'll see what they're able to accomplish if these Web Weavers are going to get here fast enough to try and help with this, or this is going to be another keep down, because as it stands right now, Till I Die really on top of it, really looking to put an end to this game should this team fight go south.
Looks like they're going to be able to try to back off here. Got Filth has the containment disc. That means GG Till I Die has to turn around here and fight. Leoric is still trying to clear the off lanes. Big silence coming on out. Dragon Strike going to be denied by the bunker. Caesar Salad, Polymorph not able to get in the bunker. Finally gets out of harm's way there. Going to see the phase shift getting Diablo right back to full. But can GG Till I Die actually peel on out of here? The bottom lane push is getting a little scary.
They have those two giants with it, so it's only going to get stronger and stronger. Another team fight breaking out here. Big silence, big Maiev tether there. We have that extra vault coming out. Silence coming through once again. Got filled, hit by the Titan Grenade yet again. There's going to be the strike from Diablo. He is unstoppable for that. Has gone for that Hellstorm.
Oh my goodness.
But it doesn't matter.
The rewind on, what was that, the Epicenter? That's Epicenter rewind, hitting the entirety of GG Till I Die, making it a 2-for-2 there. Bottom keep does go down, and top keep might go down too if this push continues.
Somebody needs to tell Caesar Salad that Anubarak isn't supposed to be an assassin.
Dragon Strike going to be launched out. That is the Dragon Strike upgrade on 20, so significantly reduced cooldown, especially with this build. So that's going to be, you're going to be seeing that an awful lot more here. Looks like the top keep is going to be saved for now. Nobody has a next turn in immediately available. Boss is still down for 3 minutes. So we're going to see a little bit of a stalemate right now in terms of lane pressure. We'll see who can sneak out a little bit of an advantage.
Biggest thing for right now is just neither one of these teams want to show. They don't want to give any information to their opponent, letting them know perhaps we can get that off lane who's soaking that bottom wave. We can get the top wave pushing a little bit harder. We have camps clear, so both teams know camps are being completed here. And actually, we might just look for the old-fashioned team fight.
We have the invisible friends here, so Caesar Salad not going to find quite as many raw cocoons out in lane, as there are no point-and-click targets when they are invisible. An invisible Diablo, probably one of the scarier heroes on the battlefield right now, so that's going to be something that Anti-Clan Association has to be really cognizant of on these corners. You see Vince down in that lower area, waiting to engage.
I am actually disappearing through looking for him because both of these front lines are terrifying. Jay does have to clear, so his gonna go away, but buried alive just from out of nowhere is not a fun experience. And you can really see that the members of Anti-Clown Association are just kind of hanging out right now. They don't want to step out too much, not knowing where that front line is.
Dude abides and Godfilth getting that finished just in time there as Diablo was on the hunt. Leo looking for a flank here is going to run into the rest of Anti-Clown Association. Maiev is moving forward here. Caesar Salad. Oh, there's the Entomb coming on out. It's going to land onto Maiev. Dragon Strike hit from the Hanzo. Godfilth going to jump into the air and deny some of that damage. Bunker and Cocoon are used. Containment Disc to deny the Diablo re-engage. Very nicely done. Jay looking for something, but looks like a full disengage. But will GG Till I Die catch up here?
Looking for it. Steve holding that level 20. We expect it to be the controlled chaos. One of the things that, of course, the players love to do. Use that flailing swipe and then take their level 20 because that's when you get the extra 2 charges. So I'm assuming we're waiting for Leo will end up going down. Lots of damage. That's going to be the polymorph to finish off Caesar Salad there. Out comes the Hellstorm. The team just backing away on both sides for now.
Another good trade there for GG Till I Die, sending in the Leoric, trading out for a new Barak. Looks like Anti-Clown Association were considering looking for another pick. Maka stepping up here. Dudabides can act as an engage tank. Oh, Mind Control is actually going to land onto Diablo. Dragon Strike coming on out from Hanzo, not going to connect there as Anti-Clown Association continues to disengage.
Back to getting that clearing done up in the top lane. Keep under a little bit of pressure, so we're actually going to see this middle wave taken out. Without a new Barak, nobody can stop the boss play. So, potential ending there. We'll see how spicy the Clown Association is feeling.
Top keep for GG Till I Die, taking some hits from this catapult. The minion wave is going to ultimately finish that off, but pretty low there. Boss going to be pushing the top lane. Dudabides has a turn in here, actually barely getting enough for Anti-Clown Association. Blaze going to try to back out. Jay looking, not going the right direction though. Blaze is going to be in for the defense. Very nicely timed out there by Anti-Clown Association. Caesar Salad. Caesar Salad, what are you doing? You're looking so much.
I don't think we've used the rewind just yet. That is Brightwing's cleanse down. Cocoon does come out on the Tigers. They don't want to deal with that minigun at all. Boss getting low. Once again, there's going to be that Dragon Strike. Immediate Bunker, though, will save the day. A couple of seconds now until the Buried Alive Entomb comes back. Keep is going down. This boss is the biggest concern for the members of Anti-Clown Association. But it looks like as it gets low, despite the fact that we have Commandeer Odin out with the big red button, it's just going to be the members backing up, looking for something else later, because that Web Weaver up top will end, unless...
Ooh, nice Unstoppable. Diablo getting the Unstoppable there. Caesar Salad looking for a re-engage. There's that Lurking Arm reset, and Diablo is down. That's a full death. Diablo only had 96 souls.
One of the better places to die, unless it is the end, as we're beginning to look for. We still have Leoric with the Entomb up, so that is the primary engage for GG Till I Die right now. Keep going down.
Top keep is down. That is, it's looks like they're gonna try a slow push.
It's clownable.
Dragon Strike gonna come on out. Core shielding is down. They might go for this. Entomb in the back. Jay catches Maiev. Polymorph comes out as well. Godfilth tries to get into the bunker and will do so. Jay on the backline is just eating Kelsier alive here. Godfilth warps on through, somehow still alive. Another containment disc comes out. The second Vault of the Wardens coming up big, and that's Leoric going down here. Still 12 seconds on Diablo. The Anti-Clown Association not going to push their luck any further.
Lots of big cooldowns used in that last fight. We finally did see Valimar pick up that level 20, and as we expected, it is the controlled chaos. Getting 2 charges out there, including that standard charge, which is the 3 swipes. They're going to look to take this camp aggressively. Diablo is back. Leoric is keeping an eye on everybody with that ghost. Nobody engaging just yet.
That is a full Souls Diablo here. That is one thing to note. So full strength, no weak Diablo here in the end going. Vince is going to be looking for blood here as the Bruiser camp pushing through the mid. Dragon Strike comes on out. See Godfilth getting away there. Containment Disc going to land onto Leoric. Try to deny that Entomb re-engage. Caesar Salad going to get flipped over here. Anubarak could be in trouble. Has to pop the rewind to try to back up. Big shield coming out onto Anubarak as well as the Entomb. Oh no, Anubarak can't get into the bunker and will go down here. Dudabides trying to boost away. Oh, the chase continues, Jinxie.
Oh, he's coming. They're looking for him. Gonna get the slow with the dispersal oil there. There are catapults
Ow.
on the core, so the members of GG Till I Die have to back away. They're going to look to get their turn in here, finally, and without a new Barak, this is going to be a rough defense.
We're getting close to 24 minutes here. We've got 2 web weavers that are going to be moving straight onto the core as Jay moving right through the enemy. Containment disc and mind control both whiffing there. Bruiser camp picked up in the mid. This is going to be a very, very difficult defense for Anti-Clown Association.
Extra little bit of spell armor going to make it even harder for the burst damage of Sylvanas and Maiev to come out. They find Maiev in the Entomb. Their silence will end their lives, though. Both of the vaults having to be popped. Luckily, those dragons don't affect the keep. Nobody caring about the keep just yet. Maka's still 22 seconds before that. Odin is back up, but the Web Weaver is here. The core is falling fast. Crust, there's the controlled chaos coming out of Nubrak, looking for Tychus. This is a huge amount of seats they can get. It. Legacy is low. That Web Weaver is still healthy. Diablo is in the cocoon. Is it gonna be enough to get the Web Weaver? There's the dragon. Sudabai taking so much damage. Jay is alive. Oh, Kelsier is low. Odin is back.
Kelsier gotta get away. No, Sylvanas is down. Now Maka is in the Odin, gonna start shelling away at that core. Big polymorph comes out to deny the jet propulsion. Core past 50%. Vince finds the stun onto Valimar, and that is gonna be it. The slow push is effective. GG Till I Die picks up the first game.
Oh man, my heart is fluttering in my chest. I can only imagine how the players must feel. They're really great, calm, cool heads throughout most of that game. Really just props to both the players, or both teams and players. Just, you know what I mean. They both did a good job under the pressure, because so many times it just came in where I was like, oh, is this the end? Is this the end? No, it's not. Unless, okay, hold on. So really just great understanding of what those advantages were.
It was looking like it was about to be a strong defense there. The wave was pretty much dealt with, but in dealing with the wave, the siege of Tychus was just a little bit too much there. Good zoning by Vince, good control there by Legacy, and a surge to victory. That's what, good control late game 2 when the Spider Queen is super, super important there. Anti-Clown Association was really close, but GG Till I Die closed the deal.
Very, very nicely done. It was, again, like you said, so close, 12-14. Taking a look at these talents here. Just control on its own from Valimar. Level 23 was when they finally picked up that controlled chaos, just because they didn't need to use their heroic until that point. The rewind also coming in clutch there, but I think the big MVP this game was the combo of the Buried Alive and then the Dragon Awakens, constantly zoning out, constantly turning around the engage for the side of GG Till I Die.
Very effective setups. Well executed. Alrighty. Don't have a lobby just yet, so it's been a bit of a grueling round 1, getting game number 1 done. We're going to go to a short break here, and when we come on back, we'll be refreshed and ready for game number 2. GG Till I Die versus Anti-Clown Association. Sit tight. Alrighty, welcome back. We're setting up here for game number 2, GG Till I Die versus Anti-Clown Association. Quite the battle there in the first one there, Jinxie.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if my heart can take 5 games of this, but definitely excited, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. And again, my suspicions were confirmed that this is still anybody's game, despite being the number 1 seed and the number 4 seed.
Really, really even throughout that Tomb game, just capitalizing on every chance that they could get. But you know, that's sort of the way Tomb goes. Is you got to find your little advantages, and it sort of comes down to the late game. And yeah, GG Till I Die just kind of got the last laugh there. Really nicely executed.
Absolutely. We're going to Infernal Shrines for game number 2 here. It looks like it was picked up by the members of Anti-Clown Association. Or excuse me, of GG Till I Die. First pick going over to them.
Yeah, Anti-Clown Association choosing the first pick there. So GG choosing Shrines. Often chosen map. Probably second to Dragonshire, which was banned out. Dragonshire is super common, but it's a map that it seems like one team just seems to have the better plan on Dragonshire a lot of the time. So if you've got a good sense of what your team's good at, what the enemy team's good at, it's a map worth banning sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. Dragonshire is personally one of my least favorites, but in Infernal Shrines, as you said, you know, kind of similar just in the fact that you have to keep the macro up. This is one of the larger maps, so your offlane really needs to know what they're doing and really needs to know when they need to come in to join the team fight, look for the camps, etc. But it's also a map that lends itself to, if you don't want to go to that objective, you don't necessarily have to. So, First objective, not always the most powerful. Granted, if it's frozen or something, you might want to look a little bit towards it. But if you have something like a Sylvanas Sonya and 3 heroes that can just sort of stall the pickup of that first Punisher, then by all means, push a different lane.
Have to see what the strategy is as these comps unfold. We've got the global bans over on the side of Anti-Clown Association. Augur taken out as well. Oh, you gonna leave Junkrat up? You can't do it. You can't do it. There it goes. They wanted to. You can't do it. You can't leave Junkrat up. It's no fun allowed when Junkrat's on the map.
Yeah. We're actually gonna see the Lunara come out.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
we did see a rule come down today, I believe. It was today or yesterday. There's an issue with a level 16 talent for Lunara. As far as I could tell, it's not one that was chosen a lot anyway, but there was a CDR bug with it. So, you know, just something to note. I don't think it's the reason Lunara is where she is. Obviously, we've got a first pick Lunara here.
Right.
But it's interesting that Lunara is being valued so highly here.
Yeah, if anybody in chat knows, like I said, I've been away for a while. And I know she got some changes and some buffs, but
yeah,
I
mean we had the choking pollen buff, so you got a little bit of extra burst there. There was one other notable buff that I can't remember off the top of my head here, as we see Malfurion Blaze actually coming on out, as both teams appear to be recreating the comps they had before. But the main thing that I've seen Lunara do in these games when she does get through is provide consistent pressure onto the main tank.
Right.
Like whoever it is up there, just a lot of good, consistent poke. But into a Diablo comp, it seemed like that wouldn't be a big deal, and it was banned anyway.
Right.
So that's sort of what's got me weird. Like if you've got like a Johanna or a Mei, yeah, they're going to have some problems. Or a Garrosh, you're going to have some problems. But that it was banned by a Diablo comp was very interesting to me.
We'll have to see what they plan to do with it, what the build that, you know, our professionals are going, what they consider to be the strongest right now. With this Malfurion, and we actually have Mei Leoric banned away. I'm curious if we're going to see Stitches come out here from the side of GG Till I Die. No, excuse me, not GG Till I Die. Anti-Clown Association. I keep getting them backwards.
It is going to be Diablo again, so we got the Diablo Tychus pair. Jay going with the Malthael this time, as Leoric was taken out here, so a little bit more of a speed macro setup. Usually you think, you know, Malthael into Blaze, you know, your last rights just gets denied by Bunker. But, I mean, Malthael is good spread damage, gets a lot of last hits on the shrines, can solo all the camps, and can clear waves really fast. Maybe they're just hoping that Jay runs the map while this Diablo comp goes and kills people.
Makes sense. It worked really well last time, so why not? Malthael also pretty good at clearing those bruisers by themselves, so something that he can be doing while the rest of the team is looking to get kills. And right now, just looking at this, Crush, the biggest thing that comes to mind is GG Till I Die have a really strong comp for fighting over those bottom camps.
They do. They've got a pretty strong invade force here. We'll see how Maka rounds it out. It's going to be a Chromie. Doesn't really help with the invading so much. More on the point control there. So it looks like GG Till I Die is more focusing on the objective with this Malthael Chromie.
Right. Interesting. Into the,
So, and we've got a Mephisto here for Anti-Clown Association. That's a pretty objective-focused hero as well. I think we're going to see a lot of battles. Both teams appear to really want this Punisher.
Absolutely. I'm on the fence about Chromie. I think Chromie can be very strong on the objective, and then we have a lot of zone control with the slowing sands, and then of course Brightwing and Diablo can sort of hold down their own bush, at least for a moment, just to see where the enemy is coming from. I don't know, though.
I mean, Chromie, you've got the vision. It's hard to deny that, but
right.
Yeah, we'll see how it works with the Diablo here. Here we go.
That was my biggest. Yeah, we head on in game number 2.
Game number 2 is here on the left in the blue. GG Till I Die. Vince rocking it around on the Diablo. Fancy Pants on the Chromie. Legacy has Brightwing. Jay is on Malthael, and Maka on the Tychus.
And rocking those red health bars, we got Kelsier on the Mephisto. Caesar Salad is your Johanna. Dude abides once again on that Blaze. Valimar is your Malfurion. And then Lunara will be played by Got Filth.
Checking in on our talents. Chromie indeed going with the global site talent. Time Walker's Pursuit there on level 1. Otherwise, no quests to be found on either team. So no real reason for either team to clash here in the mid other than to clear those minions. We'll see if there's too much fireworks or if they are just looking to rotate.
Just poking so far again, looking for the clear. They managed to get the stop onto Mephisto. Lots of damage coming out onto Johanna. Oh my goodness.
Very nice polymorph, allowing a ton of damage to go out onto Caesar Salad before the Iron Skin could be activated. Actually going to force up back here in the early going. That'll give GG Till I Die a pretty healthy advantage on these rotations, as Johanna pretty important for the wave clear and lane presence on the side of Anti-Clown Association.
Lunara will definitely get there, but absolutely, until we see her scale up a little bit more, it is just really reliant on the tank. Vince constantly keeping an eye on folks. Chromie harassing Gotfield just a little bit, and Sentinel Wisp coming in here for Lunara. That is pretty much the standard. We used to see that poison that gave vision, but the Sentinel just getting so much value as of recent.
I go hippity hop because going faster is awesome. I know it's bad.
I like
but I
hippity hop.
I like it. You just go fast, and people are just going like, you should have taken the vision. I'm like, you should be faster, and then I just run past them.
I mean, how else can you run fast to face check the push? That's what I do.
That's right. You got to get there quickly so your team has no chance of feeding to save you.
We're going to see these camps picked up by both teams almost simultaneously here. Once again, just a little bit more poke. Jay taking quite a bit of damage from that extra Lunara poison before backing away. We'll see if they look to grab these bruisers early, if they're going to look to hold them, or if it's going to be one of those rotations where you send your most mobile assassin up to just try and poke out that off lane. Lots of options. Looks like bruiser camps.
Bruiser camp's going to be started here by both sides. Chromie going to look over there and confirm that yes, indeed, it is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Therefore, we are doing a bruiser camp. And we're going to go to the top lane first. We've got an Arcane Punisher coming on out here. Probably one of... I don't remember the stats. I think Arcane is one of the weakest for sieging. So going to have one of the weaker Punishers here in the early going.
Definitely in the top
is
3.
Like for both teams. Top 3. There we go. Shrine activating in the top lane. Looks like Blaze and Malthael are headed straight to the bottom lane here, so no one trying to jump on things immediately. Brightwing is going to continue to battle versus Johanna there in the mid. So we've only got a 3v3 for now, and GG Till I Die is going to jump on the clear first.
This is rather safe for Anti-Clown Association, so it makes sense that they'd leave their offlane to do the soaking. And again, we may just see the members of Anti-Clown Association hand this over. They have the Mephisto, so they'll be able to safely kind of come in and get a little bit of extra damage. In fact, there goes Kelsey. You're not going to find any of those skeletal defenders, unfortunately, for the side of the red team.
Maka just up there doing their thing. Johanna's still just going to maintain pressure in the mid, so Maka doesn't have to feel too scared here. Vince watching their back. Looks like Malthael is actually heading up to the top lane here, so GG Till I Die may be looking for an engage right now. Jay on the flank has the Reaper's Mark out onto Caesar Salad, but a nice Iron Skin is going to deny the overpower. Looks like GG Till I Die are going to start to commit a little more here, as Legacy has joined the fray as well.
Finally having Dudabides make his way up here. 23 left on the Punisher. You can see the members of Anti-Clown Association backing out. Again, a little bit of extra damage onto Vince. Legacy taking a little bit of damage there as well. Chromie just going to try and zone away Gottfeld. Dudabides is here, but so is Jay. They're actually going to turn onto the Malthael. Not finding just yet. With level 8 on board, Chromie should have. This should pretty much go over to the side of me till I die.
Poor Maka up there, just minigunning those little monkeys. One by one, we'll finally pick up that Arcane Punisher for GG Till I Die. Not a lot of soak lost for either team. Slower Punisher halfway through level 8 for both. Just definitely looking for heroics for both of these teams.
See that front wall go down. That's typically what's expected. This Punisher is rather low. The well will go down here. Iron Skin has to be popped. Fancy Pants caught in a rough position. Great rotation with the flank from Dudabides. They're looking for Vince and Maka now. Teleport coming out. It just barely gets off. Is it gonna be enough?
The poison is in, I think. Oh, Tychus barely avoided the crossfire. Oh, ended up going down. Brightwing falls as well. The Soul Shield on Vince is enough to get Diablo on out of there, but a 1, then a 2 there for Anti-Clown Association allows them to push down this top wall.
Honestly think it was the blind damage that put him over the edge because, uh-oh. Oh no.
You're hit by the pause bug again. Just
lag.
It's just lag. It's just
okay.
lag. It's okay.
We can deal with lag.
Dudabides is calling lag while trying to disconnect Maka once again.
Oh, he's changed his ISP, or not ISP, what is it? I had a joke, it's gone.
No
oh no. Oh man, but yeah, I think that Johanna blind damage, which it doesn't do very much at all, just like
it might have been enough to tick over that point. Lunara poison. I couldn't see who got the kill there.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to say. One of the interesting things is, at least early game, Brightwing's, her heal ticks at roughly the same rate that Lunara's poison ticked. So if you can stay next to your Brightwing, then there's a good chance you'll live. But that extra little bit of damage just ended up sending Maka to an early grave.
Nice capitalization there. It's going to be in early 10s here for Anti-Clown Association. Just want to do a quick check on the Lunara build. Yep, all super common so far. Nature's Culling into Choking Pollen. All super standard.
Do you think that the Siphoning Toxin is as troll as everyone thinks it is? Because I know a lot of high-level Lunara mains who swear by it.
Siphoning Toxin, is that the one on 4 or is that
It's the heal on 4.
That's the heal on 4. I mean, if you just truly do not care about Siege, then you don't go for, you don't go for your nature's culling, and I guess you've got something else to choose. Like, if you're just like, I'm going to take Lunara and I am only going to PvP. We've got, we've got a Greymane on the team, we've got an Artanis on the team, we don't need extra Siege from me, that sort of thing. I could see going with something like that. There's not a lot of times where I feel like Lunara ends up in that position where you just literally do not need the Siege.
So what I'm hearing is you're implying that 125% bonus Siege damage is not worth the trade of 19 extra health a second.
Gotta say, that's probably my position.
There's been a big debate about it. So I always like to ask.
It's one of those things where it's just like, yes, you could concoct a situation where Lunara's siege damage doesn't matter, but how realistic is it,
Right.
Jay in the bottom lane is actually going to do a little bit of a 1v1 here with Dude Abides, but Legacy and Vince say this ain't a 1v1. We're going all in here. Bunker going to be out. The camp is going to be taken. Blaze looking for an opportunity. There's the Durance of Hate actually coming on out here. Will be denied by the Unstoppable of Diablo. Blaze ultimately going to go down, and there goes Johanna as well. Just so many engages there coming out from the side of GG Till I Die. A quick double kill on what was looking like a pretty innocuous camp.
Remember the GG Till I Die, just no respect for the 1v1. Coming through, cleaning him out. We actually saw Last Rites come out there as well, but it was immediately shut down by that bunker that popped. And now, as such, going to get even more than their first objective, taking this bottom tower. It's going to be a rough position for the side of the members of the blue team. And yes,
GG Till I Die working the wall there. It's going to try to get that well. Will do so effectively. That's always a tough one to get. Like, I don't really know the strats for, like, taking the camp and making it focus the well, but it seems super important. They managed to do it without the camp anyway. It's a nice little pick. It's a nice little feature of the map, if you can pull it off.
They're really interesting there. So all three wells have been taken out in this front line. So we have two lanes that are still safe to retreat to for the side of Anti-Clown Association. They're not going to be able to come back and tap for this bottom Punisher. It's going to be
what do we got here?
Frozen Punisher. So definitely one you want to fight over.
Yeah, if GG Till I Die picks that up, they could definitely threaten a keep here. Kelsey are going to scout a little bit forward. Both teams just waiting on their Shaman captures up in the top lane as the Shrine is getting ready to activate. There they go.
Taka and Jay getting started on it early enough. Brightwing is going to try and deal with that top camp just for a little bit longer. She can teleport in when things start to get spicy. Caesar Salad keeping an eye on everybody here. Chromie just chunking away with that vision, with those sand traps, constantly keeping an eye on everybody, making it tough. Brightwing is coming down. Dude Abides getting very low, has to pump the bunker early. There's going to be the Durance of Hate on the Diablo, doesn't connect. Fancy Pants is very low. They pop that. It's not going to be enough. Chromie goes down, Brightwing goes down, Dude Abides taken out in the back. There's going to be the cleanse coming out from Johanna, not enough to save Lunara's life. The rest of the team running away. So just how it is in Last Rites range. Actually already went out in this fight. Kelsey, though, gonna be the next to fall. Johanna is the next to fall. And it's looking like this is going to be a blue Punisher.
Jay just could not be denied there. The fight got really, really split off. Chromie got caught on the bottom side there, was in the 7-second timeout. But that just allowed Blaze to be chased down. And once Lunara went away, there was just no one left who could really kill Malthael. And Jay was just chewing on everyone, and it turns into a quad kill for GG Till I Die. They're going to get a Punisher on the wall. Odin is out here. I don't know if this is a keep, but it's definitely going to take some damage.
Front wall at the bare minimum. The Punisher is very healthy. Everybody is back up. Will Kelsier pull it over? Is it going to be the Iron Skin from Johanna? Looks like no Iron Skin. The stun comes out. A little bit of damage from Chromie. They have to tap the well. Lunara's going to try and deal as much damage as she can with her heroic there. And the Punisher is focused on the well. So Keep ends up going down, but I don't think that it ends up falling here.
This is a weird spot for GG Till I Die. Like, they had a little bit of extra time, but if you stay a second too long on that attack, there's no way out. You've just got to fight until either you wipe them or they wipe you. So you've got to get out of there early enough or risk losing this XP advantage that they've built over time.
Absolutely. They managed to grab the camp, so additional pressure coming through. Mid lane seems to be the next point of contention. Without having that 16, it's going to be hard for Anti-Clown Association to step up here. Fancy Pants getting the extra damage just from so far away. The best they can do is prevent anybody else from coming in. Fortunately for Fancy Pants, Chromie doesn't need to drop in.
Vince waiting on the edge for a possible engage here, looking. Caesar Salad able to duck around there. Dude abides on the edges, possibly looking for a jet propulsion as the root sleep from Malfurion connects. Not going to capitalize on it there. Anti-Clown Association would love to have their 16s before they try an engagement.
Camps being taken yet again. Camps and Soak.
Dang pros in their XP getting ways. Why aren't they brawling?
I haven't seen a single lane just full of blue polka dots. Uh-oh.
There's the lightning breath coming on out there from Diablo. Taking some hits from the fort, though, at the -20 armor. Means Vince is going to have to back off a little bit here. Tranquility coming on out. Oh, Endurance of Hate not going to connect there. Caesar Salad going to get flipped over. Valimar in a little bit of trouble trying to back away, but the focus turns onto Caesar Salad, and Johanna is shredded.
The hard thing for Caesar Salad here is just not having the ability to really engage from a distance since they have gone for the Falling Sword. And it's really paying dividends for GG Till I Die because they can just turn around and kill that Johanna.
Yeah, I mean, with the Tychus on board, with the Brightwing to just delay that Iron Skin a little bit longer, Johanna is definitely in a tough spot. It is Falling Sword, so Johanna has the opportunity to possibly escape if you go in deep there, but, you know, there's a lot of interrupts. There's a lot of ways for Falling Sword to just not work out here. So, Caesar Salad playing an aggressive. Johanna is working out pretty well so far, but in the later game might need to be a little bit more careful on the edge, because one death means so much more once we're past that level 20.
Absolutely. Middle was taken out. This top fort not going to be long for this world. They actually managed to hold on to it for just a second. Maka has to come back in.
Another Titan grenade. I don't think the percent damage works on structures, but I like to think that it does. Just a big grenade.
That would be so strong.
Did you ever play StarCraft with the Reapers in the campaign that would like do like quadruple damage to structures by throwing grenades at them? That's what that just reminded me of.
Right?
Big engage coming on out here. Maka could be in trouble. Sleep out as well. There's Caesar Salad engaging. The Endurance of Fate is going to connect as well. Somehow, nobody's going down. Legacy blinks on out of there. GG Till I Die is going to try to re-engage.
Everybody press R, everybody going away. Caesar Salad doesn't have that Iron Skin and will end up going down here. Dudabites trying to save their friend. Not going to make it through. And once again, the members of the red team are just going to have to back out, clear out those lanes, and let another Punisher go over to the side of GG Till I Die.
Really, wow, just good rebuttal there from GG Till I Die. It was looking like there was a lot of CC thrown out there. There were a lot of different targets, but, you know, Legacy able to blink out of trouble there. Diablo able to reposition out of trouble and make full use of that soul shield on level 1 to deny that kill. Yeah, GG Till I Die. Now they're on the verge of level 20. Things are looking really good for them going into the late game.
They're hanging out right now. They have no problem just waiting for 20. The rest of the members of Anti-Clown Association aren't able to step out. They just have to continue to clear. And as such, this could be a game-winning push from the side of GG Till I Die. If they're able to get even 1 or 2 hero picks, that could be it.
They're trying to stack all the objective and the 2 camps here. They've got a catapult on the way as well. This is going to be quite a clear here for Anti-Clown Association. They're down level 20s as well. This is a tough one. They're going to have to give it their best, though, here, because they've got no time to soak level 20. Nature's Cure is going to come on out and save Caesar Salad for now. The Mortar Punisher is in, just dealing big damage to these structures. Kelsier going to get polymorphed and moved back. Caesar Salad looking to poke in on the edge. Will deny the Punisher jump there, but there goes the structure.
And they pull it down to the bottom lane. The Punisher isn't always the most compliant. He's going to make his way towards the core. Everybody's sitting inside that bunker. Ooh, Lunara's going to end up going down. Falling Sword comes through, but really only delaying the inevitable there. So this is how they're going to try and defend. The Punisher is down. Hero still being targeted. Vince getting rather low underneath that keep. Will Until I Die look to continue to end? They're going for it. Kelsier is low. Oh my goodness.
Kelsier manages to survive there. The core shielding is still holding. GG Till I Die wants another pick before they commit. They're going to start to move down towards the bottom keep that's already taking damage from this wave. They're going to keep just poking in, looking if they can find a pick, they'll go ahead. If they can't, they won't. 20 seconds till Lunara's back.
Not looking to end. I think that's the right decision from them. They're just going to continue to keep these waves pushing because, again, the members of Anti-Clown Association, they just have to continue to clear. And now we've got an Invisible Diablo, which, again, is absolutely terrifying.
Invisible Diablo back on the battlefield here. Vince is just going to be watching the edge here. See if Dude Abides catches with a random crossfire.
He's truly invisible right now, too. So just staying ever so silent, looking for someone to wrap around. And Godfield is making me so nervous. They're just going to go the safe way behind the keep.
Vince is waiting. Godfilth is moving in there, leaving Strike in a land. Legacy manages to warp away. Jay manages to get away. Uh-oh, Brightwing came right into... Oh my goodness, the Blink Heal Legacy! Oh my goodness, Legacy gets out, blinking right into the entangling roots. Somehow escapes. GG Till I Die are peeling away effectively. Godfilth trying to move forward there with that level 20 leaping strike. They're going to catch Diablo again, but look at the soul shield. Diablo's health bar didn't even move.
Oh, I think Vince has more health than when they started the engage.
I mean, it was a good try. Anti-Clan Association, at this point in the game, they've got to get team wipes. That's the only way they're going to come back. Otherwise, the lanes are just going to keep on pushing. There's no catapults on their side moving with these waves. They've got to find opportunities. It was a good attempt there. They're going to have to keep on trying it.
Absolutely. We have to remember this is Heroes of the Storm, and even if you're down all three keeps, the core is sitting at 1%. Sometimes those post-20 fights can make or break the game. You find that 20 fight, you find that Punisher, you can definitely end this map. Sitting at 18 minutes into the game here. The poke is getting really difficult. We saw Legacy nearly going down there just by the grace of 2 blink charges. They were able to get away.
Jay's moving in there. Vince on the outside. Finds the flip. Valimar has the Tranquility armor. Odin in the back has been popped for that long-range damage. Core is being threatened in the bottom lane. Top Shrine is activating here. GG Till I Die would love to keep this fight going. Kelsier moving up with that big Mimic damage. While Furion going to go down in the back here. Jay is just all over this back line. There goes Mephisto as well. Leaping Strike. Jay is trying to heal through it here. Will survive. Dude Abides finds the collision course. Can Jay get one more heal? There goes Blaze. There goes Johanna Malthiel sitting on 100 health for ages. And we're going to see GG Till I Die move to the core.
That's going to be the beginning of the end. Lunara's coming here. They want that Jay. They're furious that he didn't go down. Oh, that's everybody. And if you weren't sure before, now we're certainly sure. No 1v9s coming out here. This is going to be game number 2. Going over to the side of GG Till I Die.
Very nicely finished. They set it up and they knocked it down, and they're going to go up 2-0 in this series.
You can't start the reverse sweep if you're not down 2-0.
That's correct. That is indeed correct. It's all about the storyline, and I appreciate that as a caster. Setting up the storyline for maximum entertainment.
As a caster, it's always really fun to have the full 5-game series. It's always exciting for the viewers. As the player, it can be kind of tiring and kind of stressful, but I am absolutely ready for it here. I'm ready for ACA to bring it on back like they did in game number 1. It was a little bit more in the hands of GG Till I Die, 14-5 in favor of the blue team. Very nicely done. Now, Lunara has some weaknesses still, it turns out.
In Lunara, the damage coming on out from Lunara Mephisto is potent, but especially once one of them went down, it seemed like the other just didn't have the finishing power in those late moments. Chromie ended up doing decently, had one pick there in the top lane, very aggressive positioning, which, you know, with this team, Chromie definitely can't just stay away. Diablo's going to go forward. So Fancy Pants had to be a little bit forward there as well. But working out a little bit better in terms of the long-range mage compared to the Mephisto from ACA.
Definitely. And that was one thing that I was afraid of was, you know, Diablo kind of likes to bring them into your team. Chromie likes to stay far away as possible. But this time around, just really, really well done. Great understanding of where they needed to be to position. And then, of course, if anything got spicy, they were able to fall back on that the timeout. And of course, then after that, Legacy was just there to save the day. The Brightwing was absolutely nuts. Like, at this point, if it's not banned out, then I don't know what they're doing, because Legacy has been just putting in so much work in these games.
Absolutely. Like, I mean, Legacy just one of the greater players in this game that we have today, but the Brightwing skills continue to impress. The legacy of Legacy continues to build on that hero. They're ready to go. They're jumping right into game number 3. We're going to Towers of Doom here. Let them know that we're all set to go. Yeah, GG Till I Die. Looking for a quick finish here. But, I mean, Anti-Clown Association, they got a little bit rolled there in game 2. But they showed that they were right on track there with game number 1. I feel like they've got a pretty good chance here on Towers. We'll see what kind of draft they can pull out.
I'm always really excited. One, because Towers is my absolute favorite map. It gets banned out so much just because as long as you've got 1 point on the core, you're still in the game. It's not like in the last one or even in that Tomb game where all 3 keeps are down. Things are just constantly pushing in. You can fight back, and a lot of teams don't like that. But it's one of the reasons that I get so hyped to cast it, and I'm really looking forward to see what ACA can do in this game number 3.
I don't know. Towers of Doom as a map just kind of reminds me of Dungeons and Dragons in a way. Where, like, there's no disadvantages to being at 1 health. You still attack as normal, you still run as normal. It's like, what's the fantasy here if you're on 1 health? Like, you've got half your legs missing, you're bleeding all over the place, but it's like, no, you still get full attack value, you can run 60 feet, totally fine. That's sort of what it feels like on Towers of Doom.
Yeah,
so now we're at 1 health. There's no extra, like, minion waves we have to worry about. There's no, like, you know, it's not like we can't move out on the map. It's all just, you know, if you're above 0, you're fine. It's all good.
Hey, both the keeps are taken. The last one's sitting on its last legs, but we can still definitely fight for this. So
easy.
Always changes the way you have to play the game. You know, you're constantly looking to see if you can't get that 6 cap, because it's the most unique, in my opinion, the most unique mechanic in the game. You get all 6 of those forts down, you get a little bit extra damage. Finally, we're going to see that Brightwing banned away.
No Brightwing, no Viking shenanigans. See if GG Till I Die wants to remove the Stukov in response, or if they're a little worried. I'd like to see a Blaze ban from them, to be honest. I know Dudabides is now 0-2 on the Blaze, but it's been a through line with these games, having that bunker come out for the saves. They're going to go with something a little bit more map-oriented, removing the Zeratul.
I have to agree with that, Blaze. He's just been absolutely putting in work, keeping folks alive. Zeratul makes a lot of sense. Falsad coming in for Got Filth. Now, this one we used to see Got Filth play quite a bit. Not as much since the meta has changed, but that constant global pressure is going to be just getting so much value. And I'm curious to see if we'll see the Dahaka, who is recently getting more time on Towers of Doom, come through here.
It is up and available. If you're GG Till I Die, I think you've got to be ready for, you've got to be ready for ACA to pick that if you don't. And we are going to see our first Stitches of the day. Vince, we're going to forego the Diablo. Go for that Stitches.
Oh, man. Stitches is the fun one here.
Stitches on towers can produce some very funny plays.
Oh, it's never about the hooks you dodge. It's about the ones that you don't. If you only hit one hook that game, that can be the deciding factor.
Another Anubarak coming out here for Caesar Salad. Valimar going with the Lucio. Saving people from the drag of Dahaka, pretty useful. A little bit harder to save people from the Stitches, but I've been seeing some Dahaka, some like very weird engage style Dahakas as of late. Particularly Liam on Monday played one. It was Lurker Strain on 4 with Tunneling Claws. And since they added the slow to Lurker Strain, he just burrowed on in there, came up and slowed everybody and set up his own drag. Like, it was crazy. I was like, when did Dahaka become a main tank? But that's just how he was playing it at level 16. It was weird. There's the Medivh ban. I think you gotta be cognizant of the Medivh Stitches coming on out.
Oh, man. Lunara coming through for Maka this time round. This is another one where the healer works really well into it. Anduin coming through. I love Anduin. I'm in the minority of people who think that he's probably one of the best heroes in the game right now. You know, you've never really said, "Oh, I wish we didn't have an Anduin," right? So I'm excited to see what Legacy can do on him.
He does everything okay, excels at a couple things. Having the Light Bomb makes him actually one of the more aggressively oriented healers, I think. So unless you've got a Kharazim up your sleeve, you know, the Anduin can kind of do that job as well. And the Light Bomb Gorge combo is actually really, really dope as well.
Absolutely. We always used to make the joke before Anduin was in the game that your support is a healer, not a miracle worker, and they can't fix stupid positioning. Anduin can do that. So if your healer thinks that you're being dumb, they can sort of toddler yank you back. So, Li Ming coming to finish it out.
Li Ming Lunara. So that's sort of 2 flanking style damage here from GG Till I Die to try to outmaneuver this Lucio that tends to rule the edges here.
Have to see how it all works out. I like Lucio into Stitches. I think it was a smart pickup. It doesn't necessarily prevent the hooks. We could even have one of those weird interaction where you get hooked right as Lucio high fives and then Lucio goes for a ride as well. But having the extra move speed does make it harder to hit those hooks.
Yeah, I mean, just being able to move people around, Lucio can dodge it pretty simply there. Anubarak can have the beetles to try to intercept some stuff. So as long as Falstad and Greymane can stay out of harm's way, could definitely work out here. The damage profile of GG Till I Die definitely very, very different. They don't have what I would say is a team fighting comp. It looks like they want to get some picks and they want to brawl.
They have lots of good poke, which while it didn't necessarily work in the last on the last map, it's really gonna prove critical on this one. Just constantly denying those structures, denying those caps.
Let's introduce the teams for Game 3. On the left in the blue, it's GG Till I Die. Vince pulling over Legacy on the Anduin as Stitches. Fancy Pants is on Li Ming. Maka on the Lunara. And Jay is on that Dahaka.
And once again, in those red health bars, Kelsier is your Greymane. Yrel, played by Dudabides. Valimar is your Lucio. Caesar Salad on the Anubarak. And Falstad being played by Gotfilth.
Game number 3. We're at 2-0 here for GG Till I Die. They're going to try to lock this up. We'll see if they can do it. We've got the Global versus Global and Falstad versus Dahaka. Hook comes out, not going to quite land there onto Dudabides there. Jay did find the drag onto Yrel. Dudabides going to grab a little bit of that healing before boogieing on out of there. That is Light of Karabor on level 1, so not going for the armor, but going for the healing on heroes. So we might see Yrel mixing it up a little bit more often with that level 1 talent.
push-off already having to come out as we find a hook onto Valimar. Interruptions coming out from here. And this is where Lucio is absolutely going to just shine because the constant pressure in the rotational lanes does sometimes lead to missed minions, and it allows the rest of the team to get quicker, find those picks, maybe look to invade the camp later as they're able to start their own. So that's what we're looking for Valimar to do for most of this game.
Maka and Lunara actually hanging out in the mid for now. We've got sort of a 1-1-3 setup with these globals in the top lane, and Lunara focusing on the mid for now, heading on over to the camps. But yeah, I mean, it's a setup that you look at what the enemy's got and go, okay, double soaking probably not going to work out here with the way that these comps are built. So we've got to have someone who takes a look at the mid. Lunara going to be able to do that. Falstad Yrel going to be able to do that for both of these teams.
Are going to see the Sappers going for the side of the red team. Oof, getting low. But again, counters Lunara poison well enough thanks to that consistent healing coming out in increments. We may see the Sappers come in here for GG Till I Die as well. Caesar Salad going to try and stop them now. He finds the stun onto Lunara. Oh no, Leap of Faith comes out, but there was no saving her.
Jay was able to dig on down, but a little bit late as Yrel made that rotation a little bit more quickly there, pouncing on the opportunity for first blood as Anti-Clown Association.
Bites is tired of being late to the fight, comes in and gets the kill, heads back up, and now it's going to be harder for Dahaka. He's just used that, so depending on how long this stall lasts, hold that thought. Nobody's going down just yet, it looks like. We're going to see that first tower go down for the members of Anti-Clown Association, but depending on how long this stall is in the bottom, we may even see Yrel channel and then be able to get down faster since Dahaka can't mount.
We'll see if they let Dahaka channel the top left there as the top camp is being finished up by Dude Abides. Looks like Jay is going to have the channel here. On the bottom side, Valimar trying to lock it up for Anti-Clown Association. Fancy Pants not able to get past Caesar Salad, but Vince throws out the hook. So we are going to have a trade up in the top lane, and we will see who comes out ahead on this bottom lane.
Dahaka just having Soak up in the top for right now. Should rotate down as soon as they have that burrow readily available. In fact, there it is on the enemy back line. Kelsier has to jump in. There's Dahaka, not going to hit him with that knockback from the sound wave. Caesar Salad is very low. They've already burrowed in. It looks like the big bug is going to end up going down there.
Nubarak on the attempt there, but the sustain going over to GG Till I Die on this particular fight. Neither team could find their level 7s before that engage to tilt the scales. That's going to be 2 for 1 for GG Till I Die. We'll see if they can push up onto this wall here.
They're coming in, of course, Maka going with that Nature's Calling once again. Li Ming and Lunara just destroy front walls. They have to be careful of Vince's hook if anybody wants to step out as well, in fact. I was almost worried for God Filth, but it looks like instead of trying to fight, we're just going to focus on getting these camps done, as Caesar Salad is back now.
Caesar Salad going right across there, looking to possibly jump onto the camp in time, but the clear is going to be fast enough for GG Till I Die there. You know, the kill pressure from this Lunara Li Ming should be lower early. Once they get those later talents online, the damage definitely starts to go up. But so far, the damage profile has been really, really good as Li Ming goes down there. Anduin Pull not able to get the save. Nice pin in the corner there. But yeah, I think I'm starting to understand this Lunara prioritization. Like, it's just a lot of sure damage coming in on the flanks.
One of the things I've always heard about Lunara, because a lot of folks joke, you know, that she has she has fake damage. But even if you don't kill somebody, taking them out of the fight for 10, 15 seconds while they tap, while they get healed up, is just as effective. You also have to split the attention of the healer. Do you focus on your tank? Do you focus on this assassin that has an entirely green health bar? How long can you push that little bit of tick health? So I understand. I'm seeing why we're seeing so much more Lunara prioritization. However, she is still made of paper, just like this Li Ming. So when Anti-Clown Association can get in there, there isn't much that Anduin can do to save them. They're just going down the second that Leap of Faith comes out.
I'm interested to see what the level 10 fights are going to look like here as, oh my goodness, the pole is going to come out. Vince is going to be knocked back in here, though. Going to try to send them on a merry chase. Vince ultimately going to go down here as Dudabide's going to leap the wall. 10's in for both teams. There's a silence coming out on the edge, but a nice unstoppable from Lucio. Going to remove that movement speed debuff. We do have a bottom lane altar here, but one extra kill for ACA. We'll see if they can control this.
Stitches will be back. We'll have to run all the way there. Lunara just decimated. Level 10's online. We're actually go for the throat from Greymane. Stun from Legacy connects on to 3 members. Kelsey, though, looking for blood, is going to end up fighting it. Valsad not even sticking around. Altar being taken by Urel. And with both front lines available here, not going to get this bottom shrine just yet. Bottom tower.
Finally able to tap the objective there. But the bottom fort keep thing still stands. As both teams move on to their sappers once again.
Sapper is the most important on the map, just constantly getting that extra bit of pressure in. Because we all know whoever controls that bottom lane pretty much controls the flow of the game. That allows your off lane to run around and get even more damage in the other lanes while the rest of the team tries to take it back. And then from that point, whoever has that bottom tower can just pretty much live there.
Nice drag by Jay in the mid, but the minion wave collapse means the towers redirected their fire. Oh goodness. Greymane is caught on a gorge on that rotation. Nice stun there coming out from Dahaka as well, and Kelsier is going to go down. That was a nice hook there from Vince. That was, you know, there were a lot of heroes they could have hit that would have not worked out there. But yeah, Anti-Clown Association didn't even bother doubling back. It's like, sorry, buddy, that's gonna happen.
Don't mount up there. I don't know what to tell you. We already used the high five. Nearly finding Valimar, but again, quick movement speed from Lucio denies that hook. Without the Greymane, we're going to see lots of extra pressure coming in from the side of GG Till I Die. And Fancy Pants actually looking for the well as opposed to the extra damage on the shrine. Altar keep thing.
It's always a weird calculation there, because like if you take the tower, now the well is yours, and if they take it back, the well regenerates. But with this double bottom altar face coming through, I can see the thought process where you don't want them to have a place to double back to for this particular objective. But for now, it looks like it's just going to be a simple trade. Neither team thinking that they have the upper hand.
Haka rotated
going
down to the
right
bottom.
in there.
Oh man, Jay's ready to party. Has to knock him away with that level 4. He's able to get out, but again, 1-for-1 trade for both these teams.
Oh, long hook is in. Anubarak has been stolen. The Chastise not going to land though, but is it going to be far enough? There's the double leap. Anubarak is down. Hook comes out once again. Oh no, Dudabides pops the early ult. Is going to stay at full health. What a gust coming in from Godfilth. Going to deny the light bomb stun. But yeah, it's level 13, by the way. Not sure if you got that. Suddenly, Stitch is getting a lot more powerful here. Hook not going to land there.
Valimar.
Legacy and Vince in a little bit of trouble here. Oh no, getting a little too comfortable there on the right side of the map. Stitch is going to double back as... Oh, Lunara taken out in the bottom lane as well. Kelsier turning it around to make it a triple Anti-Clown Association. Showing that they're not scared. Move right back in there.
Big heroics were used in the last couple of fights, so they won't have them for this next objective. However, this must be such a stressful game for both teams because so many times Anti-Clown Association are just doing a perfectly safe rotation. Somebody gets picked off and died. That being said, they're cutting through Stitches like tissue paper, and he's the biggest, thickest boy on the team. So Fancy Pants and Maka must be sweating. Speaking of, they
Fancy Pants going to use the wall there. Dahaka coming on in, looking for a possible flank, but we've got a pause, kind of, maybe. Looks like we do have a pause.
All right.
Wouldn't be a game tonight without a pause, eh?
Oh, man. 3 for 3. If this goes on, we hit all 5.
I think that means that everyone in the chat has to gift 5 subs if that happens. So if we get to game 5 and there's a pause in every single game, you got to gift 5. That's the rules. I didn't make the rules, even though I did, but I didn't. Okay.
I think I read that somewhere. Actually, it's in the community guidelines, so...
Pretty sure that came out with the Twitch leaks today, is, 5 for 5 means 5 gifted subs. We found out. That's the rule. No word yet on the problem. This time it's a new hero that has disconnected, so looks like we've got one ready coming on out. We'll be able to jump back in here in just a moment. Easy peasy.
That's what they get for bullying me earlier. All the people who said that they were disconnecting have disconnected tonight. So ours are in chat. Just a little bit of a lag spike here. And tower has been taken by the members of Anti-Clown Association. They're looking for Stitches. They managed to get him away. There's the Gust onto Li-Ming and Haka, though. So 2v5, 3v5. How are we going to do this? Oh, man.
Fancy Pants caught by a huge hammerang there and no chance at all. Li-Ming taken out. There's the Cocoon in the mid onto Lunara as Jay trying to send them all away. Essence is popped and Dahaka is down. Helping hand just a little bit too early there. Double leaping strike for Maka. Not going to be enough. Another triple kill here for Anti-Clown Association.
There's also a sapper that went in there. I don't know if you heard it. I didn't see how many went in.
Yeah, we're off by 1 now.
Okay,
I guess
so
it was in the bottom lane during all that foofara there.
That's always the worst when you die fighting over an altar and the sapper goes in and you're just like, oh, yeah, how about that, huh?
Moving through the mid here is Anti-Clown Association while GG Till I Die trying to work on the bottom tower. Falstad going to work on the back sapper camp as well, so looks like it's going to be a little bit of a move around the map here for Anti-Clown Association. They're going to take the top tower. We'll see if they get any shots through. Bottom tower
no
goes down.
Shots yet.
No shots. While they're up there, they're going to take this boss, though.
Team not going to be able to react fast enough. They still have other keeps that need to be taken. And this is really the power of Anti-Clown Association. They're able to take this boss so quickly. You saw how quickly all 3 of those bell towers fell. They can just keep doing this. It's sort of ring around the rosy now. That bottom tower has regenerated for the side of GG Till I Die. And you can bet you're behind. After this altar, that's right where they're headed.
Hotfelt going to take the top camp as mid tower goes back to GG Till I Die. They're going to have some focus in the top lane, or else those sappers are just going to march straight across the line. Good timing on those as well, as the altars are coming up in about 20 seconds here. I think GG Till I Die might just have to give this up in favor of trying to take back map control.
Gonna be a big bit of damage with that top altar available. That'll be 15 shots going in. Lots of damage onto Lunara. Finally, that leap of faith gonna come through with the person still on the end. Look for the drag. Don't find it just yet. Falstad already getting the top one. Lunara also looking for it to hook a swing and a miss. And now it's a good old-fashioned brawl over this bottom altar.
Jay in the mix there is going to use that tunneling claws to try to disengage. Legacy broken out of that cocoon. Sig silence, but Jarrell has the absorb. Oh no, Caesar Salad is abducted. The channel is going to go over to Anti-Clown Association. We'll see if Anubrak can get over the wall here. Oh, didn't judge the distance. Comes up short. Probably dead anyway, but always feels bad when you feel like I can get over the wall, and then the game just goes, nope, you're coming out right here.
Oh, man. The physics are always funky like that. Junkrat can get over the wall if you have to bounce a little bit further. Them's the rules. Anubarak, though, no. But I guess that makes sense for the fact that Anubarak can dig through the ground on Sky Temple, which floats in the sky.
Yeah, different heroes seem to be coded differently for how generous the hitboxes are on those walls when it comes to movement abilities.
That's a polite way to say spaghetti code. We are going to see that middle tower taken back. Bottom was taken, and 3 sappers will now go in for the side of GG Till I Die. 3 more being picked up here. and we'll see how the members of Anti-Clown Association react now. They'll be able to pick up this bottom tower pretty quickly, but the same goes for the side of GG. And again, still just a ring around.
We're down to 8 core health here for GG Till I Die, so they can't play too passively here. If they lose both of these altars, even taking back these structures, that is game for them. Level 20, pretty close here. They can probably find 20 before this fight. Looks like with the top wave they'll be able to do it. So I'm interested in seeing whether Anti-Clown Association is going to try to force this or if they just go for the trade.
The big thing here is they don't need to take either of these. Yes, it makes it better. Uh-oh, Caesar Salad.
But the drag was already used. Light Bomb comes out. One can connect. There's the Mighty Gust. Caesar Salad gonna get out of there, and Jay, caught on the wrong side, has to pop the Essence. Anti-Clown Association has the right side channel already, and they're not gonna force it here. They're just going to let GG Till I Die stew on 4 core health.
That's the correct play there, I think. There's no need to fight over the end of the game. You can end eventually. Losing a bunch of heroes there makes it that much more difficult. Uh-oh.
Caesar Salad could be in a little bit of trouble here. Legacy pulled on out. Vince on the edge looking for a pull as Kelsier gets a big hit there. Dahaka and Falstad on the way as Cocoon comes out onto Fancy Pants. Nice long blink there from Li Ming. And the fight is going to go on. Jay is low, has the essence to try to get back here. Down to 75 before healing up again. A huge drag going to land on TRL. Seraphim and the high five come on out to allow Dudabides to back up here. Fancy Pants is not done. The long blinks forward once again. Maka trying to chase down Caesar Salad. The hook at max range. The Chastise has already been used. Light Bomb comes on out, is going to stun, but there's the Gust again. Oh my goodness. Lunara pulled out of range on the Leaping Strike. These saves are crazy. Jay trying to re-engage to even this up. Vince, hook not going to land. It's going to hit a Beetle here. Anti-Clown Association wants Dahaka. Jay trying to move away. The short-range pull is not going to be enough. Legacy going down as well. Another triple kill for Anti-Clown Association. And with the altar spawning, this looks like it's going to be it.
We're going to grab this extra bell tower just for safety's sake. Fancy Pants blasted into the Shadow Realm. Stitch is in the Cocoon. Doesn't look like there's much that Stitch is going to be able to do to save the day here. Cross, there's the stun. No 1v9. They get the spray off, though.
Get that spray APM up. But this is going to be it. Kelsier's on the channel. And Anti-Clown Association is going to strike back and going to get one win in this series to go to 2-1. GG.
Beginning of the reverse sweep, I'm telling you. Anti-Clown Association. They've been in this league for a very, very long time, and they're not going to go down without a fight.
Absolutely not. Coming on in, looking very strong. Looking very, very strong there on Towers of Doom. I mean, the hooks were starting to land towards the end game there, but it was pretty clear that Anti-Clown Association had a plan for those hooks.
It got to the point that some of those hooks felt like almost free engages for some of the heroes. You know, you get a hook on a Greymane, and he's kind of like, oh, I can jump onto your backline? Alrighty then. But in the same token, Caesar Salad, the most mobile hero on the team, the most suited to deal with Li Ming damage, was just having a really rough time there, constantly being hooked out, but his death usually brought so much opportunity for the team. So very well done.
Very nicely played indeed. Yeah, 16-4 on the kills. What can you say about that? Taking a look at the builds here, not seeing anything super out of the ordinary. Yeah, looking pretty standard. The Greymane ult is always a little bit variable. Going for the throat into Li Ming and Lunar and Anduin seems like a pretty good idea.
Yeah, they
seems
were
good to me.
All right. Well, 100% loss rate on Lunara tonight. I'm not seeing the appeal. I take back what I said.
Lunara's canceled. Get her out of here.
They thought it was good. Now we know it's not. So nobody needs to play that anymore. It was a nice thought, but
I mean, the damage was good. I mean, just getting any kind of guaranteed damage onto Lucio is always a good thing. Like, if you end up doing something accidentally, like going like a Sylvanas and a Li Ming, it's like, oh gosh, no one is ever actually going to touch the Lucio. That can be bad. But Lunara always, the point and click. Can get healed up, but it's pretty significant damage to poor Lucio's little health pool there.
Absolutely. No, still incredible Lunara play. Like, I just want to make that clear. She's been doing a really great job. We're heading on in to game number 4. Still plenty of action to come. These guys are rocking and rolling. Everybody already talking about where they want to go next.
We're going to Cursed Hollow here for game number 4. Could this be another night where Alterac Pass is snubbed? I don't know. I got completely flabbergasted when Volskaya Foundry was the final map on Monday, and I was like, who plays Foundry? Apparently they wanted to play Foundry. What can I say?
Right? I don't think I've seen a single game yet where teams asked to go to Volskaya Foundry. Usually it ends up being banned out.
It's either banned or it just doesn't get picked, but yeah. We'll see. If we do go to a game number 5, I'm still rooting for Alterac, but we could go to Volskaya again. Looks like the teams are taking a little bit of a short break here. It has been, we're 2 hours in. Get the teams a little second to reset themselves. You want to go on a little bit of a break, Jinxie?
That sounds like a good plan.
Alrighty, I'm going to go refill the water. We will be back soon. It's going to be game number 4, GG Till I Die versus Anti-Clown Association. Alrighty, we are back. Welcome back. We're getting ready for game number 4, GG Till I Die versus Anti-Clown Association, who just struck back down 2-0. Pick up the win there on Towers of Doom. We've got a series on our hands.
Absolutely. They're taking us to our next map of the evening. We are headed on over to Cursed Hollow. I can't remember if we had said that already, but if not, if you went and, had your own snack and whatnot at the end of the last series, then Cursed Hollow is where we are headed to. And there's a lot of different ways you can play this map. It's kind of the old reliable when it comes to team comps.
Yeah, I mean, we saw some pretty early advantages have been taken from really both teams so far in this game. Infernal Shrines, GG Till I Die pounced out to a very early advantage. Towers of Doom, ACA, looking pretty good in the early going. And Cursed Hollow is a map where those early advantages, you can just snowball that straight into a core victory rather than just setting up an advantage with these bosses. So it's going to be up to the draft to make sure that you don't accidentally draft a comp so late game that you just lose in 12 minutes.
Right. Cursed Hollow is always one of those weird ones where you can win in 9 minutes, or it's a 35-minute game, and I feel like there's no in between.
It's a little tough just because of how there's no objective that scales up besides really the boss that you can just take late and win. If you go with an anti-siege comp that can clear bosses well from afar, like, you can extend these games really, really long. You can do stuff with like Zul'jins, even like Chromies, Ragnaros, just stuff that really makes it hard to push in. You can go for a long style Cursed Hollow, or you can go with the kind of comp that goes up 2-0 on curse points, takes a boss, and then almost wins the game right away.
Right.
We'll have to see what sort of strategy these teams prefer.
Looks like the teams are ready. We're saying the casters are ready. So all set to hop into game number 4. One of the things, you mentioned the objective doesn't really scale, and I think that's a great point to bring up that a lot of people don't think about. There was a game once where the team lost all of their keeps, all their forts, obviously, ended up turning around and winning the game. And I asked them in the interview, I said, how did you come back from that? And they said, well, really, once we lost everything, the curse had no value, so we didn't have to fight for it.
It's like, sure, take it. I don't know.
Right.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the more coachable maps, I think, for teams starting out. They think, you think about HOTS, it's like you get the objective. That's what you do. Hollow. But then you come to Cursed Hollow, it's like, well, why would you take the objective? You got to think about it. It's like, oh, well, it doesn't really do anything without you doing anything. It's like you got to split into lanes. Right. The whole point is to get a map control lead. It's like, well, what do you do with map control? And then you start to the gears start going in the brain, and that's where you really start to see the depth in a map like Cursed Hollow.
So you're telling me that I shouldn't get the curse and then spend a minute taking the boss during said curse?
Well, stuff like that, or what I'll see something happen like Quick Match or something, is there'll be some big fight that goes on, and the team that ends up losing the fight, like one person leaks off to try to like back cap the curse, and they get a curse, but then their whole team's dead.
Right.
It's like, well, what did we do that for? It's like, well, you get the objective. It's like, well, what does the objective do? It's like, you just completely wasted it.
Hey, some of the minions are trying their best, but definitely, I understand.
Yeah, it's just, it comes down to a lack of understanding of the map, which, it's a game that that people play for free and casually. You can't expect everyone to have, our excellent NGS level knowledge about it. It's a tough one out there. All you Quick Match Cursed Hollow gamers, I feel your pain.
My favorite is when everybody will die besides one guy, and then the enemy will go to get the curse, and the one guy runs up and dies, and he's like, hello, team? Like... oh, man.
We got some usual suspects banned away. No globals allowed. pretty standard here on Cursed Hollow. We could still see something like an Abathur. We could still see something like a Lost Vikings as like a pseudo-global. But all of our more standard globals taken away here. Legacy going to lock in that Stukov first pick.
You know what I'm curious to see is who got some big changes that everybody is talking about right now. We have seen no ETC this whole series, and everyone's saying he's pretty good. Oh, also Junkrat got let through. That's interesting.
Oh my goodness. Speaking of, yeah, Junkrat coming in for Got Filth. And there's the Hogger for Dude Abides as well. Yeah, I mean, if you were ever going to take, like, an off-lane ETC, this would be a decent map for it. Even, you know, main tank ETC. There's a lot of corridors here that Mosh Pit can do some serious work. The Crowd Surfer over the wall is... I can't think of a more effective map to run it than on Cursed Hollow. But ETC is still pretty squishy. Jay actually going for the Vikings here, so we're just going full noodle here on both teams.
Oh, man. These comps are giving me heartburn, just like looking at them.
Immediately, I'm looking at GG Till I Die's comp, and I'm going, they are not going to fight ever.
Oh,
they
man,
might switch that. They might switch that up. They might switch it up in the last couple picks, but this just feels like, oh, we just go a noob Greymane, and we just run at structures. Or we just go Tyrael Morales. We just run at structures. I don't know. That could work.
Maybe.
ETC is actually going to be banned here. ACA with the comms. They're hearing us. They're hearing Coach Crush and Coach Jinxie talking about it.
Yeah, those are the secret strats for Div B.
Super no globals allowed with ETC taken off the board here. Jay managed to sneak one in there. Genji going to be removed as a... I'm assuming just to reduce the number of Viking killers. Pretty effective versus Sylvanas as well, if I do say so.
Yeah, definitely. Right now, I'm not showing anything that can really peel off a Genji, save Junkrat saving himself, really. But I'm curious if maybe we'll see a more reliable Viking killer like we have in the past with the Murden Lucio. It doesn't look like in the past we've seen kind of spicy plays with the Valera and Phoenix. Not seeing that this time round.
It is a little bit tough on Cursed Hollow because the lanes are so wide. You can't like chain kill Vikings like you can on something like a Dragonshire, where you can just go and kind of farm two of them all the time. I'm really interested to see how GG Till I Die rounds this out. I feel like this is Tyrael Greymane here. Varian Li Ming. Okay, different kind of flavor.
This is
different kind of flavor. So they're going more team fight than I expected. I thought that was just going to be, you know, throw yourself at the structures comp.
Right.
They can still kind of do it. You know, Li Ming Sylvanas definitely not the worst ever at taking down structures. But it looks like they're just going for big Varian Li Ming roam comp with the Stukov to try to take advantage of the Viking soak. Interesting. We got an Imperious Bruiser setup. I think this is a comp that Junkrat really enables. You've got just an insane amount of super safe damage coming out from the back line that you can just go full beef up front and try to run down this comp from GG Till I Die.
Yeah, we got the Bonk Squad over on the side of Anti-Clown Association. Well, we've seen a lot more on Cursed Hollow lately. Just a really thick team that stays in forever. Imperious becoming more and more just thanks to that level 7 to help clear lanes and then come in when needed. The hardest thing here is that these long team fights really don't lend themselves to something like an Imperious because he just uses so much mana so quickly.
To see how these comps clash. Just on the side of, I mean, Varian comp usually not going for the big brawls here, but Double Bruiser definitely is. So we'll have to see what the how they do here in game number 4. Cursed Hollow on the left in the blue. We have GG Till I Die. Fancy Pants is on Li Ming. Jay on the Lost Vikings. We've got Vince on Varian. That is Legacy on the Stukov. I've missed somebody. Fancy Pants only. Maka and Sylvanas, I believe I missed. Who's on the right?
There
and the
we
red?
go. Alrighty. In those red health bars, we've got Kelsier on the Hogger. Caesar Salad is your Muradin. Gotfilth on the Junkrat. Valimar is your Lucio. And Dudabite will be playing that Imperious.
Here we are, game number 4. Stukov going for the low blow on 1, so no reactive Ballista Spores here. Looks like top lane going to be the focus for the Sylvanas cheese, but Gotfilth in the area. Oh no, Maka's over the wall, but it reactivates the wave. Oh,
well, there we
man,
go.
We're 4 for 4. 4 for 4, chat. Get your gift subs ready. Get them ready.
They don't even make us rev, so we can't even flame them for having bad internet. Key was typed.
All right. We've got... I think they're okay to go. I feel like they're doing this on purpose now.
Right?
All right, we got readies. Let's jump back into this once we see a 3.
Oh,
Press the 3.
man.
There it is.
Nobody going down just yet.
Top lane push was pretty well rebuffed there. Nice rotation from Gotfilth. Almost finding Sylvanas over the wall there. Nice reactivation on the Haunted Wave. But we're going to see Imperious and Hogger sort of split off here and leave 3 in the top lane for Anti-Clown Association versus the 4 from GG Till I Die.
Let's see what they're able to get done here. Black Arrows has already come out. It should be back up in just a few seconds, though. Vince looking for Valimar. The big thing here is I'd like to see Anti-Clown Association, as Eric goes down, be aggressive here, since Varian doesn't have that level 4 taunt yet. He's not a real boy yet.
They are positioning fairly aggressively here. Valimar going to move forward and take the vision because why not your Lucio? Going to step in here. Legacy in the area. Varian doesn't have the taunt but does have the charge slow. But Valimar just doing annoying Lucio things. Not an actual threat from the side of Anti-Clown Association.
Playing Variant into Lucio always feels a little bit more difficult because you have to really taunt the Lucio. You have the high 5 to get everybody out of it come level 10, and then he's just moving so fast. It can be hard for Variant to step up. However, nobody seems to have told the members of GG Till I Die that, as once again, the Black Arrows are out, so they are pushing. Level 4 is online with the taunt. Caesar Salad actually going to have to jump away, not getting taunted right out the gate. Everybody goes everywhere. Heroes confetti. And now Stukov has that door trap just for the time being.
The trap moving forward there. No concussion mine able to follow up as there's some pretty good zoning coming out from GG Till I Die. Vince on the edge going to find the taunt there onto Lucio. Follow-up from Stukov is there, and it's Lucio, we hardly knew you. Going down as the first full kill of the game.
Meanwhile, though, Kelsier's been able to get quite a bit of damage, just as much in this middle lane. They got the Bruiser camp. They were able to get that front wall. Lucio will be back in 3 seconds. We'll have to see if Anti-Clown Association looks to come down and get ready for this tribute. Dudabite is ready to potentially stall, and it looks like they are going to come and contest this first tribute.
Hogger setting up in the top lane would seem to imply Anti-Clown Association not going to fully commit to try to get this. We'll see if they can push out the members of GG Till I Die here. Eric on the edge doing some escaping as Imperious doing some dying there in the bush. You see, Varian Stukov. Pretty good combo. Finding the kill there. It's now GG Till I Die. Looked like they were in a delay was going to help them out more, but they're just like, okay, well, if you're going to give it to us, we'll go ahead and pick this up.
They have this whole middle lane prepped and ready to go. Out comes the arrows once again. Callister takes quite a bit of damage, has to use the Hog Wild to get to safety. And just constant pressure being put in here. Like you mentioned earlier, Crush, it doesn't matter if we take these long fights, if we take these short fights. Both of them work really well for the comp that GG Till I Die have been presenting.
The full debauchery of Junkrat is online. The Trap 4, the Trap 7. Fun has been cancelled. We'll see if GG Till I Die can deal with it as Hogger. Oh no, Hogger bounced off the lane. Oh, what a knockback! Is it going to be enough? No, the taunt over the gate gets the kill. That was a pretty sick knockback from Augur, but just barely not enough.
I love the Hog Wild going through the gate. I was like, does he get it? Does he? And then he didn't. Almost made it through, but once again, that is going to be that gate going down.
Oh, Legacy.
And with
oh,
Hogger
no.
down. Uh-oh. Legacy.
No respect
One
at all.
for one.
Fun canceled again. There's the spear onto Varian there up in the top lane. Vince walking into the wrong neighborhood here. Has no way to get out. And there goes Varian. Couple pretty important kills there for Anti-Clown Association. Kelsey are looking for the kill onto Eric. The rest of the team probably going to have to help this out, or Eric will just infinitely interrupt this.
Both these comps are so frustrating. I keep saying, well, this one definitely has it. This one definitely has it. And then some hooliganry comes in through here, and they're able to continue fighting. They find the picks and whatnot. So I'm glad I'm casting this one.
Silly hooligans. They
have a lot of nerve. Have fun.
I need more old-timey stuff. We're balderdash comps. We'll find the words. We'll get there. We're 1-1 on these curse points, showing up here on the bottom side. Looks like GG Till I Die is going to jump straight on the boss as it becomes available here. Anti-Clown Association, rightly guessing that that is the play. They're going to start up their own here on the top right.
Not going to finish it as fast, so this should just be the objective going over right after the boss. Teams should look to grab them. We'll see what they are able to do with these bosses. And again, the big thing here is these Vikings are just getting so much value when the rest of the members have to do something as 5.
You see, one of the Vikings going to go ahead and channel that objective. Murden did go for the sledgehammer, so it's faster than it would have been, but definitely still quite a chunk slower than the side of GG Till I Die. And this is looking like a bottom fort about to go over to GG Till I Die as Maka is locked in here. You saw the big flank coming from the rest of the team, but no one actually stepping up to deal with that. Good map sense there from Anti-Clown Association, not just wandering out to hang out next to a Doom fort.
They have Vikings clearing up in the top lane. The boss will get that front well and the front wall. Doesn't look like this boss is healthy enough to finish off that fort. We did have that super incredible Imperious push that we've heard about in the past.
Big combo in the mid. Wow.
Oh, man.
Legacy, you animal.
Eaten alive.
Top lane. The little Jays are working here. They're trying.
Well, they're hitting the minions, so.
Meanwhile, taunt coming out onto Murden here in the mid lane. Avatar going to have to be forced out there, but Caesar Salad will survive. Tributes up and available here as Dude Abide's trying to stop the Vikings from channeling. Dude Abide's going to have to start backing off here, though, because Vince is on the way. Oh, no, Imperius stepping forward, manages to pop the ult. There's the Unstoppable from Valimar, able to get away from the Silent Zone. That is going to be Cursed going over. Oh, Rocket, big trouble. Caesar Salad on the flank there, doing some work. Kelsier in the back with a huge Hortipult as well. And there goes Sylvanas. This is starting to look like trouble here for GG Till I Die. Legacy trying to get away with the help of these Vikings, but will go down here. They did pick up the curse, but now they've lost 2 heroes.
Oh, what an incredible play from the members of Anti-Clown Association. They actually interrupted the knockback from Stukov, allowing them to just get on top and finish both of those heroes off. Caesar Salad, though, is going to get out with Lucio. Do they save his life? Oh, the stun! He gets away.
That was so cool. I barely caught it with the camera. The wave of force tossing Murden back, mid-dwarf toss over a wall. Looked like rewinding a movie or something. But Lucio coming in with the save there for Caesar Salad.
We do see a couple of forts go down here. Eric has been taken out. Baylog, excuse me. Camp will be taken without some of these heroes. There really isn't just much that GG Till I Die is going to be able to accomplish. So they get a pretty decent amount, though. I'm sure they must be pretty happy with that. Finally, Eric dies.
Eric going to go down. Olaf, the only one up and available there in the top lane. Just trying to catch a little extra soak. Oh, Valimar stepping out. Caesar Salad will be scouted there. Team's pretty even on experience here, 14-14. They both still have all their keeps, though GG Till I Die definitely ahead on structures at this point. We'll see what the, this is sort of the weird part of Cursed Hollow, where there's nothing immediate to do. Bosses aren't available yet. Camps are pretty well taken. It sort of becomes a game of vision, and right now Vince has the flank covered.
It becomes one of those weird games of chicken where you have to see who has more patience, because there are times where you just get bored of waiting, you want to go fight, that's what you do in the game, and it can end up either going really good or really bad. We're actually going to see an invade come over here from the side of Anti-Clown Association. There's the silence from Stukov, keeping it just as long as they can. And seeing that lurking arm linger for a moment, it is going to be the low blow on Stukov at level 1.
Mm-hmm. That's the full E. Lurking arm on 1, lurking arm on 7, lurking arm on 13. So we're going to start to see those resets come on through with the It Hungers. And Stukov becoming that much more dangerous for this variant comp.
I keep forgetting that that's the pretty much standard now, ever since they changed things. Reactive Ballista Spores, that's also at level 1, right?
Yeah.
That's the one that we typically see.
Yeah, it's still taken sometimes. It seems to be a little bit more comp dependent now. But this new sort of just E becomes ultra powerful in a really easy to execute way is, it's real good. Look into it if you're a Reactive Ballista Spores diehard.
I took 1 week off and I feel so behind on all the heroes of the storm knowledge.
So Sal gonna step forward. Vince was looked like they were looking for a wraparound charge onto someone there, but couldn't quite find the angle. Jay looking to channel here. Does anyone actually have the range to deal with this? Valimar gonna boost forward and get that auto attack. Looks like we might have our first proper fight in a while here. Dude abides on the outside looking for Vince. Nice silence coming out there from Stukov. Vince able to get away thanks to the big flailing swipes. Gonna see the tap from Varian as Eric goes down there on the edge. Legacy has the next interrupt here. Vince, Caesar Salad gonna pop the Avatar in lane, Jinxie.
You're going to see lots of damage coming out there. Great spear from Imperius there. Legacy is low. Varian is low. Vince going to be the first to fall down here. All the Vikings have come back thanks to that play again. They're getting very low. They have to back away. Maka is back. Has half mana. Still really healthy. Both teams still able to fight this out. Is going to be that 4v5 in terms of full heroes go. Ooh, Fancy Pants. Nice blink. Saves the day. That's a 3-man spear, though. Those minions are getting so low. It's going to be 1 Viking down, 2 Viking down, 3 Vikings. Boss will be picked up here by the side of Anti-Clown Association. And then they'll get that tribute eventually.
Legacy just throwing in. Look at these lurking arms. Look how obnoxious those are. Just going over the wall here like, I'm here. Oh no, Legacy!
Oh, no!
Put it to the root! Unbelievable. God Filth is going to grab that kill. Oh my god.
Oh, taunt to Caesar Salad on the back. Li Ming is here as well. Just the stun coming through. He is low. That is going to be the tribute channel there. Fancy Pants with the juke. Not going to be able to get away this time.
Oh my goodness, I can't get over that. What a rude Junkrat play right there.
Oh, Godfill said, all right, that's enough.
Putting the trap down first, just waiting, going like, just, it was like triangulating the range on the lurking arms. Like, there you are. Boom. Oh my god.
Oh man. Godfill is just that picture of the lady doing the math and then catching him.
Oh. Li Ming's still down for another 13 seconds here as the boss and the team take out the bottom wall. Anti-Clown Association, they've got the top boss they could move back to. They could grab themselves a curse here. World's their oyster right now.
Curse allows them to get just so much done in a moment here. Not necessarily the strongest siege comp in the world, so this does have to really get some value for the members of Anti-Clown Association to start knocking down these structures. They're going to bang on this middle lane here, see if they can't start to look for this keep. Of course, we have a red bruiser camp, excuse me, a blue bruiser camp in the middle of the lane, so that will stall them out just a bit.
Eric going to be caught on the edge here. We see the Vikings trying to aid that top lane siege camp push to deny any extra value there. Bottom lane being dealt with by a Viking as well, and this is looking like a pretty effective defense, though ACA just got their 20s.
Could be the beginning of the end if they're able to find a couple of picks here. Jay trying to rotate around. We do have that Norse Force online with the Nordic Attack Squad. The extra hero damage coming through with the percentage should be able to chunk out most of these bruisers. Everybody can see staying real far back for the time being. Save Caesar Salad, who immediately jumps in, taunts, silence, Eaton. Just instantly, out comes the spear, is knocked back by that Riptide. They're looking for Fancy Pants. Fancy Pants, though, able to get away. And that is one keep down, one minion, or one Viking down. Not going to grab this middle keep.
1 for 1 there. We had the Muradin for Stukov trade. Mid keep remains standing. GG Till I Die have the opportunity to find their 20s. So this is going to come down to it's going to come down to the last fight right now. Both teams have a win condition open. Bottom lane is weak enough there on the side of Anti-Clown Association that a core call is definitely possible. There's no Stukov in the area. Vince moving forward very aggressively there.
Still a 4v5 with Muradin dead. Aggression coming out. Jay just getting bonked on. Play again. Still down for 50 seconds. So Viking traded out. No Stukov. And this should be the boss going over to the side unless they're thinking about it. Li Ming coming in with that magic missile
Kelsier
upgrade.
is low. Oh my goodness. Li Ming pops off there. Well, I was starting to wonder, like, what are you sticking around for? Oh, the boss reset at a weird time. I thought Maka got the hit there, but apparently not. Legacy's back, and Hogger is not, so all of a sudden, now it's GG Till I Die that have the player advantage.
They still have Vikings soaking away as well, making sure that those lanes stay nice and safe without the keeps in them. And it looks like they are going to back off this boss for the time being. Hogger will be back in 30 seconds. They're continuing to send Vikings in just to keep an eye on it. If a Viking dies, not the end of the world. In fact, play again is up right now. So even losing 2 of these guys is perfectly fine for the side of GG Till I Die.
0-0 on the curse. Camps are starting to come up again. Teams are taking their siege camps. They both really want to keep an eye on this top boss, though. We've got a Junkrat trap. We've got a Varian banner. Vince staying in the area here. Curse is of minor importance to both teams. It's just all about vision right now.
Tribute, not the most important thing in the world, it looks like. Anti-Clown Association are perfectly fine to give it over. 1 tribute does not a curse make. Boss is being started. Jay sees it. They find the spear onto the Olaf. He's going to end up going down, but the bottom boss is spawned as well. So the members of GG Till I Die working on that.
Going to be a simple trade here. We'll see if they want to go for the push with, if they're going to go for the defense, as both bosses taken roughly at the same time here. Vikings going to be down in the bottom lane looking to defend, and it looks like GG Till I Die. They're going to go ahead and push with this. Anti-Clown Association is coming through for the defense.
The keep is so low. We're going to play back safely, wait for this boss to get up here, and it should get this keep. The keep sitting on his last leg. Li Ming, of course, will help with the push from so very far. Maka could use the black arrows if they really wanted to secure it. Every couple of auto attacks, remember, keeps it down for a couple of seconds there. Oh, man. Jay's Vikings getting low. There's going to be the controlled chaos coming out. Boss chunking away. Black arrows, there we go, come out, and that is the keep going down.
Was a lot of unstoppable coming on out to deny that Varian engage. Hogger coming on through on the edge. Boss about half health is going to be smote upon the core here. Top boss is going to be taking out that keep while all this is happening. Caesar Salad going to get swiped away. See if GG Till I Die can actually disengage here. Looks like the Vikings are going to secure the retreat. GG till I die. Oh, are they actually going to stick around and try to turn this? Anti-Clown Association could be walking into a trap here. Vince is waiting on the edge. Going to zoom around to find Valimar. The rest of the team's trying to step up here. Big silence onto Hogger. Hogger is down. Caesar Salad could be in trouble. Is pushed back. Nice unstoppable by Lucio. Vince is super low. Oh, the Dwarf Toss. The Dwarf Toss got interrupted, Jinxie.
Oh man, Maka wants blood, but they may have gone too far. They're able to get out with that. Willow the Forsaken, get the unstoppable and movement speed. Another tribute going over to the team here. Vikings down, Varian down, Hogger down. Just a bloodbath all around, but that is another tribute secured. So this next one will have to be fought for by the side of the members of Anti-Clown Association. They find another Viking. No play again as all three of them end up going down here. Only one keep left. Depending on how this goes, Crush, we might see the end from ACA.
Don't have the Hogger. They're pushing into a Li Ming, which is always scary, but they're going to try to get this mid-keep down with the 2 catapults and the Bruiser camp here. Looks like they're going to get this without too much trouble. Play again is going to come out. Jay has the Vikings available. Legacy trying to throw out the zoning. Looks like Anti-Clown Association just going to pick up that last keep and be on their way.
There's going to be so much pressure coming in now, which works out really well for Anti-Clown Association. Obviously, you want those lanes pushing, but also the Vikings may have to split up a little bit more now. They can't really just start running to push these lanes down, because the longer they all stay in one lane, the longer that will have more of these minions just constantly pushing it. However, the big thing here, camp has been taken in the top lane, and this tribute has to be fought over.
This looks like it could be a deciding fight. Vince waiting to go in. Caesar Salad trying to keep an eye on things. Fancy Pants is ready on the edge. Dudabides is going to scout out the Varian. Mid Bruiser is being taken. Jay is going right in there for the interrupt. Big silence coming on out. Is Olaf going to be the first to go down?
Everybody's being so patient right now. They find the stun onto Varian. There's the follow-up from Dudabides. Silence comes out. There's the silence from Sukov just as well. So much damage onto Caesar Salad. These Vikings are getting very low. Crush. Varian, though, gonna be the next to befall. Legacy, is there a stun available for Caesar Salad? It's not going to connect. Controlled Chaos will save the heroes that can't be sacrificed.
The Vikings are going to grab this curse to try to go for a Hail Mary defense here. Anti-Clown Association wants the core. They won't have any minion support. There's Li Ming on the defense. This is scary. Dudabides is low. Catapults are moving up, but they all only have the 1 health here. Silent Zone going to push back Dudabides for now. We've got a siege camp in the bottom lane here. This is going to be this is dicey here.
It's really stressing me out. One reset could make it all happen, and these heroes are getting low. They can't step up because of this curse mechanic. Jay will lose one of those Vikings. Another one just about to go down. 86% on the core. The minions not able to survive more than one of these splashing core attacks. 70% on the core and falling. Caesar Salad is so low. There's going to be the silence coming out. 31%, 21%. The heroes are ready to risk it all. 7%. Lucio goes down. That is going to be game number 4 going over to the side of Anti-Clown Association. Oh, man.
Game 5. Goodness gracious. It's another long night here in Storm Division. But I'm here for it. I'm ready. Is it going to be Volskaya? Is it going to be Alterac? Will they break my heart again? Time will tell. So we had a long Cursed Hollow there. We got almost 23 minutes.
This seems definitely like long games. I feel like all of these games have been 20 plus minutes so far.
Absolutely. My goodness. Yeah. Anti-Clown Association finding their way through. The Varian comp was doing really well early. We saw, even Hogger, one of our more resilient bruisers, just disappeared a couple times there in the sort of mid to late game. But really good denials. Valimar coming on through with those cleanses in the late game. The counter engage from Burden and Imperius to try to deny those big combos. Really, really good stuff.
Oh, man.
Looks like we've got a lobby, too. We won't have to wait too long here. Where are we going? It's Volskaya. What's wrong
Oh.
with Alterac? What's wrong with Alterac, man? Unfork. Okay. Okay. It's fine. I'm not sad.
I'll say what we're all thinking. Oh, man.
All right. It's first draft. So GG Till I Die chose to go to Volskaya Foundry here. Alterac passed the lone map out. Too bad.
Alrighty. We had a raid during the last game, so I wanted to shout that out. Thank you very much for the raid. Dark Knight.
Dark Knight coming in with 10.
go.
Thank you so much. Yale coming in with the 12-month Tier 1 streak. Thank you so much.
We appreciate it.
Oh, teams are ready. And this is what we were talking about at the top of the show. Like, 5 games is a lot of games. You don't want to be waiting around too long. You start to get a little tired. I mean, we're talking about even in gameplay, that's like 2.5 hours of focus in game.
Right,
Those
yeah.
drafts, like, you know, got to make sure you somehow push through. Especially, you know, think back to all those LAN tournaments where you're playing all day long. My goodness. It's definitely a skill to develop here.
All right, we got one more wait, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. And absolutely, props to these teams. After a while, you know, everybody always jokes, you're playing video games, how can you be tired? But it's a lot of mental power to try and power through these long sets of games, having to outdraft, as you were saying. So, I always appreciate the instant drafts. All right, 2 maps where we want to go. This one sounds good. You sometimes see those games where it's like, all right, like, did you guys break? You know?
Oh dear. But we are going to go to Volskaya Foundry, the map that has come back here in Storm Division Season 3, despite leaving Storm League, despite leaving the CCL. It has made another appearance. I'm interested to see what they do with it. On Monday, we had a Volskaya Foundry. One team went with the latest of late-game comps. Didn't work out for them. Didn't work out at all. We'll see. Are we going to see one of these teams make a similar blunder? Are we going to see a totally new strategy? As I pointed out on Monday, I still think the most effective strategy is Asmo goes top. But I don't know if we're going to see that.
Oh, me and my team were talking about this earlier today, why you don't see Asmodan in at the highest level of play. And it really comes down to the teams respect each other too much for that.
I'll play Junkrat, but I'm not going to go near Asmodan. That's just...
No, we're not savages here.
That's insane. Kidding? Key, thank you so much for the 500. Glad you're enjoying things. Good to see you. No Lucios today. GG Till I Die. Don't want to get that happen to him again. No Bright
more
Wings
either.
Yeah, I mean, just respect all around. Love to see it.
Sukov ban? Only meme supports?
Only meme supports would be awesome.
I guess it would be a Malfurion and an Anduin probably, but, you know, part of my heart yearns for just, like, trash tier supports. Like, let's get a Rhaegar out here.
Oh, poor Rhaegar.
Oh.
Just the oldest hero. No Lunaras allowed. I think we might see maybe a Stukov versus Deckard matchup.
I could definitely see that. I could go with a Mephisto, pair well either one of those supports.
See what the priority is here for Anti-Clown Association.
Ooh, Junkrat again.
They're gonna go with it. Kelsier locking in the Junkrat.
This is a nice meta because there's nothing that you really have to ban, except for some folks might argue that the Junkrat is a first pick, first ban hero. However, I feel like that also makes it really stressful. So. Yeah. Just
once you start getting past like Nexus and under, it starts to... You might have an enthusiast, but it's not that automatic the way that like a Kelsier Junkrat is.
Right.
Oh, they're going to answer that way. Okay.
This kills the Junkrat.
They're just going to go kill the Junkrat. Zeratul come on through for Jay, and if I had to guess, I think this is an offlane Zeratul. I think Jay's locking this in. Volskaya Foundry is just one of those few maps where you don't need your offlaner to do a ton of macro stuff.
We'll see how the rest of the members follow through. We're going to go for the Stukov for Valimar here. And then Dudabai is going back to that Blaze. That'll help out with that Zeratul quite a bit.
Having the bunker there, just having the big jet propulsion, large impact area can definitely catch a Zeratul out. Do you ban Uther here? No, not with Junkrat. I was thinking maybe you go double healer Junkrat, but I think that's just a bad comp. They're gonna ban Anubarak. Anubarak has been banned.
I'm curious how they're gonna deal with it. They didn't draft any kind of point and click CC for the Zeratul, unless they're gonna be super spicy with the Blaze main tank, like you said, and then like an Uther offlane, like they used to do in late 2019, which again is still a bad comp, but you know, maybe if you play it right, it's so bad it's good.
Anduin going to be the ban, not going to have any falling sword light bomb shenanigans. Coming on out from GG Till I Die here. See if they're going to go full Wombo with this, or if this is just a Zeratul kicker, if they want to throw something in with this Johanna. I wonder if it's a Maiev here, actually. Tychus Malfurion is going to be the choice from GG Till I Die.
I like the Malfurion. I think that's really going to work well, and just any kind of extra bit of damage that Blaze wants to come in. We've seen Dudabites all night coming in from the flank, making absolutely insane plays.
Ooh, it's a
now with the Malfurion. Oh, how about that? We were just talking about him earlier. Is this Mage
It is an
Rainer?
Uther! Oh my god! What's happening? Oh.
If they win, we didn't call their comp bad.
Okay, well, you know what? Sometimes I'm often wrong. 60% of the time, I'm wrong every time. Because Uther is going to come on through, Rainer's going to come on through, ACA's got the spice here in game number 5. Let's this round out. It's going to be a Falstad here for Maka. Getting a little bit of extra poke, seems good.
Alrighty, and he swaps it. It looks like, yeah, gonna be that offlane Zeratul, as you mentioned earlier. The camps are picked up so quickly on this map that you don't really have to worry about any kind of double soak, double rotation. You can pick them up fairly easily with just 1 or 2 heroes. So it makes sense just for Jay to walk around and try and pick off any of these squishy members.
It's a weird map for that. It's like the camps are done by the team, and the double soaking is done by the team. So, like, Zeratul just clears the lane and then has 20 seconds to go have some fun before the next lane needs to be cleared.
We'll have to see as we head on in. Chat saying that this is actually a super insane trio. So maybe we're just that good at the game. We didn't even realize.
I mean, the Rainer helping out with the damage, I think, is a big deal. Get this throughput damage from the Rainer, throughput damage from the Junkrat to go for these long fights.
So what you can do is you can lock him down with the Uther stun, and then follow up with the silence, and then Blaze can stun, and then Junkrat can boop him out of all your hard work.
That's right. That's right. If I'm Junkrat, I'm saving the enemy 100% of the time. But I'm imagining Kelsier is going to be a little more lethal than that. Let's get into it. We've got game number 5. On the left in the blue, we have GG Till I Die. Vince is on the Johanna, Legacy is playing Malfurion, Jay on Zeratul, Maka on the Falstad, and Fancy Pants is on the Tychus.
And for the last time tonight, in the red, we are going to see Junkrat being played by Kelsier. Got Filth is your Rainer. Stukov played by Valimar. Dudabites is your Blaze, and Caesar Salad rocking that Uther.
3, 2, 1.
I'm interested to see. I'm guessing it's going to be Uther stays with the pack and Blaze goes to the bottom lane, but we'll have to see what these rotations look like here. Rainer stepping right up there, dealing some early damage. It is the veteran marksman for Raynor, so wants to get as many stacks as possible as this game goes on.
Team's just trying to duel it out a little bit here. Lots and lots of stacks, like you just said. So, looking to stack up here. No pun intended. Maybe a little.
Blaze is heading down to the bottom lane. Looks like Fancy Pants coming around here to try to force Dude Abides to back up, and will do so effectively. I'm interested to see, like, the big thing you want to do against the double support is to separate the supports, right? Like, once you do that, the comps really become a lot less effective. You've got, you know, Falstad Gust as a possibility. You've got, you know, Zeratul Void Prison as a possibility to separate the two supports. These team fights over these points, if they do happen on the points, are going to be super interesting.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how these points are going to be played. One thing I'm surprised, we didn't see the Mephisto come out today. But of course, with the Zeratul, that makes things a little bit harder. For the time being, just soak, get camps. Early game Volskaya is always super exciting because you get to see the teams pass each other sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's really about it.
The double healer comp able to take the heal camp. Who could have guessed it? Bottom lane, though, is taking some damage, though. 3 members moving on down there, getting some value elsewhere. That's, I like to see it. It's something that comes with veterans, comes with time when you go, okay, we can't do anything about the heal camp. Well, let's go do something else. Let's not just sit in the lane and mope about it. We'll go get the bottom wall.
Once again, we have kind of an odd comp from Anti-Clown Association that doesn't necessarily have the best push. They'll have safety for walls and whatnot, but the objective really is going to help. As you can see, front wall taken down. Actually, up at the top, we have a front wall here. Jay gonna be stunned out just as well, but is able to rotate back up. The hard thing here is that this comp from Anti-Clown Association is so squishy. You can't really kill off the Johanna as well, other heroes. They have lots of escapes, lots of ways to get out.
Oh, GG's comp. Yeah. I mean, in the later game, Raynor and Junkrat can do decent enough damage. I'm interested to see whether Raynor goes with the Hyperion or not to try to shore up some of that mid-game siege value, or if it's going to be the Raider to try to harass like the Falstad of the Malfurion.
I always really respect anyone who can micro that Raider because I certainly can't. Silent's gonna come out there.
I just never want to. I'm just like, yeah.
Let it die.
I just
It'll
make the big
back.
spaceship go. Sevens are in. Anti-Clown Association going to try to clear this top lane push before worrying about the objective. GG till I die. Jay able to hold the point for now. Dude Abides is going to try to force Zeratul on out of here. But, able to get in stealth there. Blaze having a little bit of trouble. Does land a crossfire. But Fancy Pants going to force Blaze off that point.
Red team still looking to push away up top. They've actually managed to get the wealth. Maybe I was mistaken, huh?
Like, it's, you know, it's decent. Junkrat going to be able to throw stuff from afar. Pretty secure damage. I mean, Raynor not going with the Exterminator, so it's not super fast, but still consistent damage overall.
We're seeing these... I've been playing Division D for so long. I'm like, how does this comp work together? And it's going together really well. Nobody's been fighting yet, so I'm curious to see how those team fights are going to play out. And, you know, true to how most high-level Volskaya games play, nobody's really caring about that objective right now. We're going to find the stun onto Fancy Pants. Maka has showed up to push out this 3-man squad once again. Blue objective going over, just Zeratul in for the time being.
So we've got a little bit of a scrap between lanes here as Vince going to catch God Filth, but has the armor to get healthy once again. Yeah, Zeratul, I mean, the bottom lane is already pretty softened up and the well is down, so I guess the Protector, well, I mean, Zeratul's pretty safe to do that. You can hit that last slam on the fort and pretty reliably get away, so I can see the value there.
Also have finished up that level 1 quest. The blink has been reduced by 1.5 seconds, and They're not even caring about the extra bit of armor. Zeratul can get away safely. The Protector is such an odd objective because it almost feels like a burden to pick it up.
They lose a little bit of that double hero power, but Zeratul's still plugging away there. Dudabide's forced to stick around. We'll see if one more hit or two are going to come on through. Jay going to get out of there just fine. Looks like another heal camp going to be picked up by ACA, but the bottom fort might be picked up by GG Till I Die here. Looks like Dudabides does have enough wave clear to stop them from just walking up and taking it.
They're going to hang on to it for the time being. Just constantly hit him with the moonfires and the grenades. Eventually it'll go down.
Keep on poking.
Yeah, that
Zeratol and
minion wave
Falstad might be able to do something about it as well. Not a big rush. Eventually they'll get that to go down.
Camps being taken once again, and the teams are just constantly looking to grab these camps, constantly looking to grab that soak. One of the maps where you don't really want to fight unless you're forced to, like on the point around some of these higher value camps. We do have 2 heal pulses on the side of Anti-Clown Association, so it makes sense that GG Till I Die don't really want to take the 5v5s right now.
Mike is finally able to knock down that bottom fort with the help of that minion wave. What did Raynor go? Raynor did go with the Raider. Going for that backline damage in these fights, not going for the easy button to siege structures. I respect it. I won't do it, but I respect it.
Vin's taking a little bit of damage here, finally popping the Iron Skin to get away.
13's on the way for both teams here. Should be in line and ready for Protector B as it comes up probably in the next minute or so.
Soak is really on point, getting a 13 just so quickly. It always feels weird when something more grandiose hasn't happened. Volsky, again, one of those maps where you look up and you're like, oh, we're almost to the late game, but we're still sitting at... Nobody's got first blood yet, in fact.
No kills there. Zeratul was working on Blaze down there in the bottom lane, but a jet propulsion will be enough. Oh, very nice route there from Legacy is going to stop the flank from Caesar Salad. Yeah, I mean, Falstad, Junkrat going to duel it out in the mid. Interesting here. Well, slightly different than normal here. Not going with the big traps was Junkrat, instead going with the sticky wicket as D-Shield actually going to be forced out by Uther. Makes a lot of sense on this map because a lot of times you're throwing your traps way far away from lanes. So you're not as worried about the big-as, ignore minions text there on level 7.
Makes sense. Junkrat will be able to just boop himself away whenever he needs to get through, so not having to worry about that too much. Commandeer Odin has come down. Stun onto Vince, coming through with the stun onto Gotfilth. The unstop coming out from that Uther. Oh, Gotfilth all by his lonesome trying to get in with that healing pulse. Out comes the Riptire. Maka is low, gonna get hit by that Riptire. Managed to get away for the time being. Another heal pulse ready to go.
One thing I just noticed too is that it is Might of the Nerazim here for Zeratul, so not going for the Void Prison Isolation, just going for the full delete build. Wanting to try to get someone down before the healers have a chance to react here.
One we've seen more and more these days is the full-on blink build of Zeratul just constantly being able to harass. Caesar Salad's done a pretty good job of making sure that he can't come in and do too much damage, but of course always able to just jump in, do a little bit of damage, jump out, get to safety, allows him a lot of freedom and mobility on the map with those extra blink charges.
It's going to step up there, get that wave cleared away, but Anti-Clown Association is on the objective here. Jay on the edge is actually going to be caught by Valimar there. Has to blink out of trouble. Falstad and Blaze battling it out there in the bottom lane. I wonder if GG Till I Die seems to be threatening, but it looks like they're not going to overcommit to trying to pick up this objective.
Kelsier's on the point, just hanging out. We'll see if we're going to get 2 in the Protector this time around, or if instead they'll just put one person who can get away safely, like the Junkrat in, maybe Uther with the D-Shield, and yeah, looks like they're actually going to get both of them in there and look to push this top lane.
Still got one healer out there to help Got Filth move up and deal a little bit of damage. Uther, not the, the best at running away, but they can grant themselves some armor, be a little bit more resilient, as the top fort is going to be going down here. Got Filth actually taking a big hit there from Maka as the flank continues here. Oh, wow. Vince going right in.
Man. The Diablo style of Johanna play. Legacy trying to heal everybody up. Everybody's sitting in full health. They're looking for Vince. Finally going to be able to get on top of him and give him some healing there before backing away. Protector at 33% has been abandoned. The rest of the team looks to find other things to do.
Zeratul going all in. 16 going with the Master Warpblade. Not even going with the Mending Cleave. The Mending Autos, I should say. I don't remember which one it is. Zeratul actually going to be traded out for Raynor there. Big damage on the edge. Dude abides, catching him with the jet propulsion. That's going to be Falstad going down. Stukov caught on the edge as well. Dude abides trying to get away. The Moonfire going to get the kill there for Legacy. So we got a 3 for 2 here. What was looking like a sort of just a maybe half engage for both ends up with 5 kills.
Oh man, again, the power of the Protector, it giveth and it taketh. Not having as much team fight potential anymore, putting your heroes in a 3v5 can always be very risky. They managed to get out, they got that top fort down, but right now it's GG Till I Die who are sitting pretty and look to push this top lane a little bit more.
Anti-Clown Association getting that bottom lane pushed out. Top fort in trouble here as GG Till I Die going to work on that well. Get that front line regenerator off the map here. Valimar throwing out the silence, but Fancy Pants able to move back. Heal camp up once again here. GG Till I Die might be looking for a fight as Anti-Clown Association are going all in.
There's going to be the Gust coming out there. We do see the Tranquility popping just as well. Silence. Zeratul going to be the first to go down. Caesar Salad able to pick that up. And these double supports are really coming in clutch, Crush. Nobody is going down on the side of ACA.
Uther Stukov, kind of an old forgotten front line this patch. It used to be super common. Showing that value once again here. That's a lot of items on the side of Anti-Clown Association. Just ready for these next fights. They're going to work on the bottom lane here with Zeratul gone. That back line can feel a little bit safer here for the next 20 seconds.
Constant pressure coming in. These double blinds really shutting down Got Filth's ability to push for at least a couple seconds there. Not going to connect with that one. There we go. Tychus is ready to rock and roll. Finally, we're seeing Kelsier come down here as well, and we're just trying to stall out right now. Play it cool. Hopefully not lose this bottom fort.
Dude abides taking a couple hits there as the rest of Anti-Clown Association going to try to work down this mid lane. Both teams pretty well on the path to level 20 here. There shouldn't be a huge advantage either way as Dude abides was looking for Maka on the edge there. Valimar and Kelsier on the chase as well. Big flank coming on in is going to force out the Mighty Gust. Bunker landing as well. Looks like Falstad going to get over the wall. Big benediction. Jet propulsion not going to land there. Falstad survives. Here comes Vince and crew. Double blink in onto Kelsier. Junkrat trying to reposition, but actually doesn't get hit with the mine. There we go. Junkrat going to get to bounce on out of there. A pre-20 fight for both sides, but no kills to be found.
Anti-Clown Association going to hit that 20 relatively quickly, so they will have the advantage if they choose to go down to this bottom fight, looking for this objective. They're going to fight it out in the middle. 2 members collected with that root, so 2 of them going to sleep. We're going to see Commandeer Odin pop just as well. And now ACA have to get back on the retreat. 20 has also been hit by GG Till I Die. Not going to be able to take this unless... yeah, going to be going over to the side of GG Till I Die for this bottom turret.
Picking up another item We're going to see Johanna move on to the bottom point. This point C is just such a throw pit for anybody who tries to walk in there. It's, you know, Vince is going to get a couple of points here. Valimar on the point. I assume we're going to see Johanna start to back off. There is the Unstoppable to deny the jet propulsion. Anti-Clown Association going to hold the point for now. Falstad pushing the off lane, Zeratul pushing the off lane here. See how much Falstad can do, getting a lot of this wall down. Blaze is going to have to respond to this, but the rest of ACA grabbing yet another turret.
Oh man, Dude Abides is the only one without an item so far.
Jay going to interrupt that rotation, try to help Maka here.
All of ACA going up. They're finally going to get Dude Abides an item. Feeling a little bit left out. Going to grab this heal pulse. We have 2 of them now, so every single member has something. 40% and climbing on the side of GG Till I Die with that bottom objective. It's just Malfurion currently. They're looking for Fancy Pants. Not going to find him. That Ripper Air just allowing Kelsier to fly past these lanes. And potential team fight. Malfurion has already dipped out. Falstad could be there momentarily. That top fort shouldn't be here for too much longer.
Maka going to go ahead and knock that down. Kelsier was thinking about helping out Blaze in the mid, but thinks better of it. Going to go join the rest of the team down here in the bottom lane. Zeratul is online now, has the Shadow Stride on level 20. We'll see if those deletes are going to come on through. Valimar taking a half health. There it is. Stukov is going to go down here. That's a huge pick for GG Till I Die. Falstad is going to fly in the edge. Look for a huge gust. Catches 3 and throws them right back in. ACA in huge trouble here. Raynor is the next to go down. That's 2 dead. Caesar Salad is on the chase. Kelsier trying to get away. Can they get out, Jinxie?
Oh, it doesn't look like Caesar Salad is going to be that lucky. He has picked this level 20, so that is the redemption. And everybody's just going to sit on top of Caesar Salad now as he is going to be coming back. So that is the whole cooldown that will end up going down there. He's back alive.
They're going to try to win right now.
Yeah.
This is their chance. They're going to try it. Uther going down in the background once again there. Tychus picking that up. 20 seconds till Stukov's back. They're going to try. They're going to go for it.
Just Blaze right here. The team is squishy. Maka has no mana, but the auto attack, of course, requiring none of that. Vincent at about half health. And the core is falling slowly, but I think they can do this, Crush.
Stukov is just now coming up. We're at 12%. Maka with the gust. And this is going to be it. GG Till I Die hangs on for the 3-2 series victory. GG.
Very nicely done. Great way to end the night. Really spicy play there at the end. Had to get through the keep. Just cut the wall through. Hit it from the back. And really slow, methodical gameplay. Not seeing a kill until level 13.
That was a weird one. I mean, the Zeratul did exactly what they set out to do, was just get that one all-important late-game kill. It happened to be on the Stukov. Of all people, you think, it's going to be on the Raynor, it's going to be on the Junkrat, but they target down the Stukov, and then the whole comp just kind of falls apart from there. It was super, super solid for that whole game long. It was looking like ACA was pretty well unstoppable. They were going through, they couldn't be denied until the end. Jay comes up big.
Zeratul just doing so much damage. We saw him already just shredding through so many of the members. Even Blaze with that just constant in, out pressure onto the team. The squishy members couldn't hold up. The big members couldn't hold up. And then once we get to level 20, we see him pick up that Shadow Stride. And it was too much for the healers to handle.
Really nicely played. Fantastic series from both squads. GG Till I Die is going to move forward to face Team Backdoor in the next winner's bracket round. And Anti-Clown Association will be moving to the loser's bracket to face Wildheart Omega in the next round. So look forward to that. In the playoffs, there's going to be more matches next week. Don't have the schedule just yet, as, of course, they were relying on these matches, but should have a schedule soon. And I'm not sure. I think it's going to be just loser's bracket next week. I can't remember how Murda had it set out, but I think that's what we're going to see. Don't quote me on that, but I think next week it's going to be the Heavy Impact versus Can't Censorship and the Anti-Clown Association versus Wildheart Omega.
Should be fun.
Absolutely. Alrighty. It was a long one, but that will bring us to the end of this broadcast. Jinxie, thanks so much for being on the journey here.
Thanks so much for having me. Always a pleasure. Really fun set of games, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the teams move forward.
It'll be interesting to see. Like these top 4 matches, they both went to game number 5, showing that this is going to be a real spicy playoffs. It's going to be very, very exciting to see. Yeah, it's been excellent. Jinxie, where can folks find you when you're not here?
Alrighty, you can find me over at twitch.tv/JinxieCat, where we cast some more NGS and on occasion play some games. Thank you so very much.
As for me, when I'm not here doing Storm Div, you can find me at twitch.tv/TheCrushinator doing more NGS Amateur Division casting. When I'm not live, I'm on Twitter, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram. Just search The Crushinator. You're going to find everything that I do. We're going to see who's streaming this time of night. Send you over to some more excellent Heroes of the Storm action. But until next time, thank you all so much for coming out. It's been awesome, and we'll see you next time. Bye.